You are watching Leicester Till I Die TV.
Watch us on YouTube.
Listen on your favourite podcast platform.
Or ask your smart speaker
To play the podcast Leicester Till I Die.
Right, Chris.
No, I'm not muted. I'm just showing you that I can do impersonations, and that was my impersonation of Brad. Apparently, the last two shows, both of the times he started the show on mute. And he used to laugh at me for doing that. Naughty boy. I've taken it out of his wages. I've docked him his pay. Good evening. How the devil are you all? And I'm back from outer space just when you thought it was safe to come back on the channel. Yes, it's me. Excuse me, not 100%. I tell you what, I went to Southampton, obviously to watch the game, and I was supposed to be getting the train back. And I met a mate there I hadn't seen for years, and he said, "I'll give you a lift back, Chris." And I went, "Well, are you sure? You like live in he lives near Mansfield." He went, No, I owe you a favour, which apparently goes back 10 years. I went, "Okay." He said, "Yeah, I'm just parked up there." It was like an hour's walk. I could have actually been home on an earlier train. I mean, bless him. Don't get me wrong, going down the M27 with in an open-topped little sports car with the wind blowing through what little hair I've got. But I think that was probably why I have not been so well. But good evening, good day, good morning, good afternoon, good night, goodbye, hello. How are you all? It is LTID TV from Leicester Till I Die. Thank you for joining us on this watch-along as we continue, or hopefully we'll continue, our good start to the season. 4-1 away on a Friday night wasn't bad, but there's 5 changes tonight. What do you think about that? We'll find out what Brad thinks in a second. Let's see what people are saying. Hello, Scott. I don't think I've seen you before. Sorry, Scarl, is it? Sorry, mate. How are you? Nate, evening. Yeah, I am feeling it well. Not 100%, but I was better than I was, which probably doesn't say much because it was like the first day I've been out of bed since Sunday. Happy Wednesday, Highfield. How are you? Oh, yes, I can. Yes, I can. You owe me now. That's how it works. Scott, good evening. How are you? Can you watch the game when it starts on mobile? I've absolutely no idea. Look, all I know, and everybody is always asking about links, etc. I have a Fire Stick. That is how I watch the games that are being shown. Doesn't always work for me. I think the game before Southampton, I could only see the second half. I do not know how else you watch it. You pays your money, you takes your chance. Scott says Scarlett has a few screens and the T-ball above board. I think I know what you mean, Scott, but I'm not sure. Anyway, everybody's welcome. Even my quiet co-host this evening. Hopefully, he'll learn how to talk. Let's bring him in. Bradley, how the devil are you, sir?
Well, I'm going to mute myself now. You've called me Bradley. Yeah.
It's so easy to wind
you
up.
great, big, miserable, sad. Yeah, see, I'm muting myself perfectly for you guys because if I cursed so much then, the stream would have been taken down, you person.
Oh, they might just be clipped when I'm feeling better.
You said you started the show saying you went to Southampton. I'm not saying I wish you'd have stayed there, but I'm just saying maybe I do.
Well, I had to come back because everybody was messaging me saying, sound's not working on your stream, mate. The sound's not working. What's going on?
I was just testing them and they passed. And I had to make sure it wasn't a fluke, so I did it twice. Everybody thinks I did this on purpose. Everybody thinks like I didn't put at the start of my script for the show, going, mute yourself, see if they're paying attention. A few of them were making out like they could hear me, so I don't know, Chris. And of course, this week, if I haven't got sound issues, I've got camera issues. But at least this week, it's registering. So I will be on camera, hopefully sooner rather than later. Of course, that might deter the viewer, so I might stay off camera. I don't know.
Well, at least we've got your sound. Hopefully, we'll get your picture soon, bud. Have you seen the team? 5 changes.
No, I haven't. I did like or repost a tweet, but I didn't get a chance to look at it and open it. But I was expecting of a few, and I'm just looking at it there.
So you got Hermanson in goal, Chowdhury, Faze, Vestergaard, Doyle. So Cody's still on the bench. Winks, Cashaday, Yunus, McAteer, Mavididi, and Inacho. I mean, it's not a bad team to bring out a couple of days after you've just played the last game, is it?
No, and it's interesting because I saw a few other people's lineup, and I know people might be thinking McAteer and Yunus, they're both wingers. Well, we posed this question, didn't we, Chris? With McAteer, Marcel, Yunus, and Fatuo, will we have an abundance on the right side? Maybe McAteer is going to be in that middle then with Cassidy and Winks, and it will be Yunus on the right, because it's an interesting lineup. I'm glad to see my favourite love child in there. I mean, and given his not your love child.
Oh, your bum buddy.
To be fair to him, he was second. He was my second choice for man of the match against Southampton, and he deserves to be keeping Conor Cody sat on that bench right now. I will say that much.
Yeah, no, that's the thing, isn't it? I'm just having a look here on the Leicester lineup on the BBC. Now, the BBC have got it as 3 at the back, Faze, Vestergaard and Doyle. And then you've got Akgun on the right, McAteer on the left, Chowdhury actually in the middle, and Cashaday and Winks either side of him. And then Mavididi just behind Iheanacho. So it literally is a 3-5-1-1.
Well, we'll soon find out in just over half an hour's time. I mean, we love full of surprises, don't we, Chris? With Enzo right now, and you know, I'm not going to question him. I know we questioned a certain bell end, but I'm not going to question this Enzo's ways so far. I mean, if you look at it as it is, you're thinking, why is Chowdhury at right back? And I just can't imagine it. So maybe it is a defensive 3 tonight.
I mean, I'm just wondering, when those numbers go up there, oh no, they're not in any particular order at all, are they?
No, they're not.
Chowdhury is captain.
I mean, that is an interesting one. But technically, I suppose he is. Is he the most experienced head in terms of players that have been at Leicester?
Well, I think I'd have Iheanacho possibly above him.
I mean,
look, like you say, we have to get to this point where we've actually got to start trusting the manager.
Yeah, we do. And again, football's changed from your 90s, hasn't it? In your 80s, when it was just 4-4-2, here's your captain, having a few pints. It's all changed. It's all mediocrity thing. And we just got to accept that these managers are always developing and you know, they're progressing as the game goes on. And, you know, it's all inverted wingers. I didn't even know the word inverted existed until about 5 years ago, Chris. Let
I
alone,
I always linked it with toenails.
oh, that's ingrown. You're close.
Ah, that's it.
Close.
That's it. Yes. Yeah. I knew it was something like that. Uh,
Yeah,
but
so
yeah, I mean, I'm just going to see just while we're doing that if I can actually get it up on the screen the way the BBC have done the lineup. But excuse me, Right, let me just get this up. The actress said to the Archbishop, um, present. Present arms. Share screen. Share screen. Watchalong. There we go. I mean, look, we're playing a lot of games in a short period of time.
yes.
So you get with you can't play the same 11. They've got to might pick up a little bit of a niggle, or and then if you make them play again when they're not 100% fit,
Yeah.
I think he's doing the right thing. And look, we've got the squad.
Yeah, I mean he's got to. He's got to do it, and we're not going to be the only team that has to do it. You know, everybody's going to be chopping and changing through these midweek games as it is.
Yeah,
You know, so and this is what we've got to get used to. Like you said, we've probably got a very good, very strong 20-25 man squad. So yeah, it looks good, and you've got to get used to these players because at the end of the day, there's no point getting these players in. This is the best opportunity, isn't it? It's a championship. With the greatest respect to it, if the trajectory of Leicester is going to continue this season, Chris, then we're going to see us back in the Premier League. I'm going to say, I'm not all this no blue tinted. It's early doors thing. The trajectory right now is showing that Leicester will get back promoted, and there's certain players in this squad that if they don't start getting somewhat regular game time, they're never going to get a chance to make it into this squad. And it's the perfect league to use it in because of the nature of the beast, if you will, with
yeah,
these midweek run-ins we have.
yes, yeah. And I've got to be honest with you. Can I just say how embarrassed I am that on that page that the BBC have used my picture there under the word Colosseum. What I've told them not to
I
use
don't.
it.
I don't think you have luscious blonde hair like that, mate. Like that one.
Luscious blonde hair all down the back, but bold
Yeah,
on
yeah.
top. Bold on top, but
That-
luscious blonde hair all down the back. I mean, this is a very difficult few weeks for us to go through because I mean, we've got Blackburn coming up, we've got Preston coming up. I mean,
yeah.
Preston there haven't lost yet this term.
No,
Um,
fantastic season.
they have, and they must be dreaming. Um, and you've got Norwich. Well, we're third at the moment. We were, of course, second. We can't actually go top by winning tonight, but we can go second, back up to second.
No, oh yeah, it's because Preston now have a 5 point lead, don't they? A 4 point lead, isn't it?
They've got a 4 point lead after last night. Yeah, Ipswich have got a 3 point lead, but if we win, we'll go over them on goal difference. Two teams, I've got to be honest with you, I wouldn't have put in the top two. Norwich are fourth. Bristol, and fair play to Bristol, they've surprised me this season. We've got them coming up, and then Blackburn, who I think are about eighth or something in the league. So, if we can get through these games, because we've just played Southampton, who, as bad as they were, are one of the favourites to come back up with us. But they've sort of fallen off the cliff a bit, haven't they?
Well, I did actually say after their Sunderland defeat that if we could play them and beat them, that they wouldn't beat Ipswich, and they didn't. And now, all of a sudden, not only have they had, 3 defeats, 2 of which are heavy, they've they've not been able to generate that response by going, okay, yes, we've just been beat by Leicester. You could pass it off as, yeah, okay, but Leicester are probably going to go back up, or at least be in that top 4 right up until the end of the season, you'd imagine. So, okay, we can forgive them losing to them, but losing to Ipswich, I know they've had a great start.
Were you going to say Southend then?
I was, because they're playing well. Southend, it'd be an insult to them the way Southampton are playing at the moment, because Southampton will probably say, no, we're doing better than them. But I know, thankfully, we're Leicester fans and not Southampton fans, because they've gone missing off the internet, haven't they, Chris?
They have. Yeah, they usually do a post-match. They did a live watch along. Bless him, Jack, who normally comes on to this show. He didn't come on this year, but he's the one that wears the very, very bright shirt. So you know who I mean. And he took his grandma along, bless her.
Well, I think I saw his brother.
I know. I think that's elderly abuse, isn't it? I think somehow.
Well, yeah. Although, I mean, it's one of them, isn't it? But yeah, you look at the result they got, and it's a bit of a shocking. And look,
yeah, it's 3 they've lost in a row now, I think.
Yes, Sunderland, Leicester, and now Ipswich. That's 3 defeats they've had, and Norwich. Norwich is obviously going to be a big, big task tonight. I mean, the thing that comes to Leicester's, I don't want to say aid or anything here, but the thing that you're kind of looking at, and again, I've always said the Championship is the toughest division to get out of, and it can be one of the most unpredictable ones. But you would look at it, and whilst I'm not saying that they'll fall away dramatically, because Preston have always been up and around there the last 3 seasons, so I don't imagine they'll fall away greatly. But if you're looking at the top 3 right now, with who it consists of, if Leicester can get through, like you said, Chris, these next 3 league games, I know we've got a cup game in between, but I'm talking league games here, and we can get 7 points, or even better would be 9, or even if we've got 6 points and we took 1 loss out of it in M3, you would look at it and go, if we can create a generated gap between the likes of the Norwiches and the Southamptons and the Blackburns, you kind of feel that Ipswich and Preston, with the greatest respect, might start losing a bit of grip on their chasing, on holding on to an automatic spot, if you will. I mean, I could easily get proved wrong, but that's where your thinking goes, doesn't it? Thinking, well, work on the gap, and the bigger your gap you open over that bottom, that top 6, the better, really.
Yeah, exactly. Now, I wasn't, unfortunate, because I wasn't very well. I couldn't come on the Let's Talk Leicester on Monday night, the debate show.
Guys, he was skiving. He told me, he says, can't be arsed with it tonight, Brad.
Well, that was the one that I did actually tune in to watch it, but I couldn't hear anything. But I do want to say, if Carlsberg did Football Managers, now I've got to say, and I'm saying this now, and all right, I know we've only played, 6 games in the league, 8 games if you include the 2 in the cup. It's early days yet. 11 games is actually a quarter of the way through the season. We mustn't forget that. But I wasn't sure about Enzo Marqueza, simply because I didn't think he was used to this league. I've said I wanted the Ipswich Town manager, which, looking at it, wasn't a bad shout, or the Blackburn Rovers manager. But what it did, it excited me. And what it did, it got the players that we've got in because of where he had been and who he'd been associated with. But this guy's walking on water, isn't he?
Well, yeah, and sometimes it's ironic that the most effective managers in any division really tend to be the one that you and maybe oppositions know very little about, because you can scout an opposition in terms of watching them play and getting as much from that as you can. But they're doing the same to you, so they might completely change something come the day. So what you see them preparing for might be completely different. You don't know, but normally you can kind of look at a manager and go, for instance, the Southampton manager's the perfect example because I just want to rub it in a little bit more. And that is Russell Martin's very, very Brendan-y. If I used it, in fact, we could coin a phrase. You're being a bit of a Brendan here because he refuses to go away from this tappy, pass it round out the back style of football. You know that we suffered with last season and got them, and obviously suffered relegation with. And he refuses to change it. Where you could probably put your hat on it and go, Russell Martin's going to pass it out the back. So press them high, put them under pressure. We'll get a goal from Southampton, and it's been working since the start of the season pretty much. Whereas Enzo, this is his first big opportunity as a manager, isn't it? I know he had that spell at Parma, but he's not had an opportunity where you could look at him and go, well, at Parma he started like this, and then he did this, and then that's how it goes. So when we, That's another thing you forget about. These managers get figured out, and this is his first big opportunity. I think that's why it's so exciting to us, and obviously it helps that it's gone so well so far.
It has. They've just brought the games up.
I'm still waiting for mine to work on my link. I can't seem to get one. It's flooded with
Hello.
Hello. Yes, I did finally figure it out. My camera. I figured it out. Like I didn't know how a camera works. I just. So
they're just showing the upcoming games, and it is. I mean, none of them are particularly easy. I've got to.
Well, no, because of course, obviously, after this, we have the Nigel Pearson and Matty James derby, don't we? They don't come back. Which I'm glad is at home, to be honest with you. It sounds weird, but especially if tonight goes well, I'd rather have Bristol City at home if it means having Blackburn away, because we seem to be doing quite well away from home. Well, we haven't lost yet away from home.
The website's just gone down, but I know we've got Liverpool thrown in the mix there. Liverpool Coca-Cola Cup on Wednesday next week. Excuse me. I don't know if you're going to be planning on doing a preview. I know. I spoke to Doug, and his baby could be due any time in the next 6 days. So I think we can rule him out. But I know Statman Stubbs is very keen to do one with us if you want to do one.
I'll let you know on that basis.
Yeah. But I'm just thinking, I mean, is it going to be the greatest problem if we lose that?
No, and to be honest with you, this we may see something here that's a little bit different to Pep Guardiola. I reckon we're going to constantly have to put up with making these with people making these comparisons between the two, so we might as well make them ourselves. But for me, I think this is an opportunity to go Stolarczyk, get Cody a run out, give somebody again. I don't know if this whole plays one more game is only a league game rubbish or malarkey or whatever. So if it's not, maybe put Daka up front. I'm not saying make wholesale changes, although that is a possibility with the strength of our team. But these players. Fatawu gets a start. It's a perfect opportunity for that. And you know what? If they go out there and get a win, happy days. We'll mock Liverpool forevermore for it because we're in the Championship. It's better. But at the end of the day, look, you have to win these games if you're going to win this sort of competition. Granted, but if we go out, it's one less game we have to worry. It's one less competition we have to think about in a sense. And we're already going to be playing 50 games this season. This will just make it one more. But we'll see. It'll be fun either way, won't it? I think we just need to enjoy this. And
for me, when we were in the Premier League, let's face it, most of the time, it was unlikely that we would actually finish in the European places.
Oh, yeah.
Except towards the end. Now, so therefore, I wanted a cup run in either of the cups. Now that we're in the Championship, to me, there's only one trophy that I want to go for, and that's the Championship trophy. Because it's unlikely we'll get to the who knows? We could get to the FA Cup again. Who knows?
Well, there's no reason to say you couldn't. So.
Yeah, But certainly, if we were to go out, if we were to had gone out, let's say to Burton, and Puel and Ranieri, we've lost to these lower clubs under all of them. It could have happened, but then I'd have been a little bit ooh. But going out to technically to Liverpool, who, let's be honest with you, Premier League side, Champions League winners in the not too distant past.
Yeah, and again, it doesn't really matter what division Leicester were playing in regards to playing Liverpool. You want to go out to an opposition that's either in your level or above your level, and for us, this season it's above. So we go out, but this could be one of them games. And we said this before. Sometimes it's not whether you lose; it's about performance. And I think that could be a game where we showcase. Some of the players get to showcase themselves. We give as good as we get, and even if we lose 3-0, Chris, it doesn't mean that we've had a terrible game. If we come in going, hey, you know what, 3 great goals by Liverpool, they were the better side or whatever, but fair play, our lads didn't give it up. They gave as good as they could. We'll be happy in a way, won't we? Obviously, we're disappointed that we've lost out of the cup, but. If you said to me, go out the Carabao Cup to Liverpool or lose to tonight or Bristol or Blackburn, I know hindsight's a wonderful thing, but if you put me in that predicament, I'm going to take losing to Liverpool all day long, because it's like, okay, it's more like putting a toe in the water for what you could be up against next season if you keep working hard.
Yes.
Playing Liverpool, isn't it? In a sense.
Yeah, it is. Exactly. Now then, you're going to have to remind me, because I can't remember. I can't remember what I had for breakfast. I should remember, because I had it twice, once on the way down and once on the way back up again. But what score did I predict for this game?
You asked. It's almost like I knew you was going to ask this, because I'm doing my homework as the fixtures have been going on. I haven't done the points tally, but before the midweek games, I would say that you had actually moved yourself up to 3rd place. I forgot I haven't actually sent you the league table individually, but it is in the group. You had a very good midweek. But
you didn't invite me into the group, did you?
Yeah, but I just wanted to keep it separate because it's easy. And plus, they're all saying we don't want the big boss here. He's boring. Someone said that to you, yeah.
No, at least they can hear me.
Yeah, that's true, but that's why I'll make sure you're on mute. And you went. Well, where did you go? You went 2-1. You went 2-1 to Leicester, and
I'm going to have a bit of a good guess there, isn't it? As most of our games have been 2-1.
Yes, and I said no, you're wrong, and I went 2-0. But don't listen to me. I'm not holding up the league table at the moment. No, that is the other smug prediction winner from last season. Not on this channel, but as you know, Dan, he was on Dan's channel. He'll be on here for the preview next week. Well, unless results change tonight, he's currently doing that with the league table. It is, of course, our good friend Anthony. So, but I didn't say that. It's not live. We led to Anthony 11-9.
I'm not saying that I'm clinging to the Premier League here, but Dan's asked me onto the Premier League predictions on Thursday, so I'm just going to go and see who's keeping our place warm. That's what I want to check.
Well, if anything's going on, I'd say right now it's near enough secured at Luton, unless they do something.
Yes.
Oh, brilliant. I have a link on my phone. So worst case scenario, if that doesn't work, I can still watch the games in action. Because we're on Sky, you see. I knew we normally get it. Neil Lennon's in the office.
We're not on Sky, are we?
Yeah, we're on Sky Sports, mate. Neil Lennon is in... Yeah, it's an 8 o'clock kickoff with a Sky game, because all the Champions Leagues are on dodgy times because of where it is, I think.
Oh, hang on a second then.
Currently, we're just warming up as Neil Lennon's in the room with... I didn't see who the other one was. And just as I say that, my stream tries to catch up. And
well, so if you want to watch the game along with us, guys, it's on Sky Sports.
Yes, although typically my phone is... it's just come up there. First in team rank, goal involvements for Steffi Mavididi. 2, first. Assists, sorry. Goal involvements 4 is first. Shots on target 10, first. Open play crosses, 10. Guess what? He's first. Touches in opposition box, 33. He's first. So Steffi Mavididi clearly got my love note to him, because I told Ian Atcher he needs to step his game up, because I'm slightly looking at Mavididi with star-crossed eyes. What can I say?
Don't get Ian Atcher jealous. Just to say to everybody, if we have any Muzzy Is It fans out there, and I know we've got one in here with us at the moment, if you want to nip to the loom, Brad, you just have to ask. Just don't take the camera with you. It's under the pick. It is our choice of the pick this week. You can catch up with a great conversation we had with Muzzy Is It. What a nice guy he was.
Yeah, he was. He was absolutely fantastic. And, you know, sometimes they say, oh, never meet your heroes. But I'm glad I did. I'm glad. Thank you very much, Chris, for giving me the opportunity.
You're welcome, mate. You're welcome.
Yeah, well, I appreciate it, because these one-to-ones, it's hard enough doing these one-to-ones. Because obviously, you know, being a Leicester fan yourself, funny enough, you know, it must be a bit nerve-wracking doing these yourself. So having to coordinate having me on the show and you know, keeping me under 115 questions was pretty difficult, but I did manage it.
Wasn't it? And I've got to be honest with you, because excuse me, on the drive back from Southampton in the open-topped sports car, Steve was asking me that he said, like, you know, how is it when you're interviewing ex-players? And I've got to be honest, guys, by the way, sorry, just get your predictions in. You've got 10 minutes to get your predictions in, so get your predictions in. I don't get worried about this sort of show anymore at all.
Yeah.
But put me in front of a ex-player and I'm absolutely shitting it.
Yeah, but I mean, it makes sense as well, doesn't it? Because you're thinking, I mean, I can only imagine this, Chris, but I can only imagine that you must have had about 30 questions, if not more, written down. I mean, I know you asked me 30, and you must have looked at some of the questions and you double, you know, you question yourself, ironically, don't you? Like, oh, that sounds like a silly question now, I've said it out loud, and you don't want to embarrass you, and then you think, oh, if I ask this question, will they throw a huff? And we all see these, and so I credit to you, mate, and how you do it. You are, funny enough, guys, he's actually, minus my intro video, I'd say, ever the professional on these videos. So, yeah, you do really well with him, mate.
Thank you. No, and it is amazing to meet your meet your heroes. And I knew he was a hero, and I was looking to see your reaction when I said I was actually getting him on. And then I thought, no, I'm not going to tell him till the day. I'll just tease it out of him. What are you doing tonight, Brad? Do you want to come on?
I would have cancelled every single plan under the rim. It could have been my mother's birthday, and I would have said, Mum, I'll call you later. I'm going home. I'd have told her, I said, go home, get me somewhere with a camera, even if it's for 10 minutes, and then I'll go back. But yeah, thanks, mate. I appreciate it.
No. It was a pleasure. It was a pleasure. Wonder how many times Angus Gunn will be picking the ball out of his net tonight. Let's not. Oh, I'm getting an echo. Am I? No, it's gone again.
I knocked the table with my phone, so you probably heard.
Highfields Fox has gone 3-3. Scott has gone 5-3 to Leicester. Some high-scoring games there.
My heart could barely take you in the Watchalong at 4-1. I don't want that one, Scott. Bugger off. Bugger off with a 5-3, because that means it's going to get nervy poo pants time at 5-3.
But I mean, Luke's just messaged me now, and he's just sort of saying he's seen the starting lineup, and he said it's a bit of a strange one. He has said Enzo out, bless him. But yeah, like I say, we've just got to learn to trust the man, and I think because of the way that's what has happened with the last manager. Trusting a manager doesn't come easy to us as Leicester fans, does it?
No, it doesn't. And I feel like the last time we had a sour manager that ruined the club, it was a certain Tater Peeler, and I think the same questions, funny enough, relegated us, then ditched and ran off and ran away with the bridesmaid, as you might suggest, or Junior Lewis as a no, what was it? Was it Junior Lewis who was his bum chum? Have you muted yourself? You have. You have. You've done a
I
me.
did because I was coughing so badly.
Oh, okay. I was like, hold on, is he just trying to do a me then and stitch me up?
No,
Yeah.
I was coughing so badly. The odd small cough I can get away with, but if I feel there's a coughing fit coming on, I don't want to put you all through that. Ashton Stanley has gone 1-2 to the Foxes, same as me. So he's obviously a man with brains there.
One or two of them.
Did I see that Celtic has got lost their Champions League game?
Yeah, they lost more than that as well. They lost 2-0 and they went down to 9 men. But it's this Champions League malarkey is not for everybody. I mean,
No.
still can't believe, oh well. My heart bleeds for him. It's not like it's karma at all biting them on the arse.
Oh God, we love it, don't we? We love
But
it.
yeah, going back to Enzo, and like you said, with do we need to just trust the process, if you will, to sound like Mikel Arteta or players like that? Yeah, you do, because I felt like Mickey Adams had that with his time at Leicester. We got relegated, we were in a different situation, but it kind of mimicked each other in a way. Okay, I know we had the whole bankruptcy, we went into administration and whatnot, and obviously did a wonderful job explaining that sort of situation when you kind of spoke about it. But the same sort of forte was there. We somehow kept hold of big players, didn't we? Like, is it Elliott, Tanya? So there's similarities there. And I think sometimes he put out some teams and we kind of raised an eyebrow, but in realism, we barely lost the game. I know Ipswich. I think they were the only team to do a double over us. There may have been a few more, but I think we didn't lose too many, did we? Obviously, it was only Portsmouth that beat us, picked us to the post for the title. So, we've got to back this manager, because if he's anything like the successes of managers that have got us out of this division before, you're going to need to back him, and you're going to need to get used to this football, because one thing in football we've always struggled with, Chris, especially during a certain period, was loyalty, or at least commitment to the cause, that they wouldn't jump ship for a massive club like, I don't know, like saying Wolves or West Brom or wherever it was is a massive club compared to Leicester and whatnot around that time when they really weren't, were they? Managers like that ditching us for other clubs. So it'd be nice to have Maresca around here for at least 5 or so years.
I think if he gets us up, and he's getting us top half, I think he could stay a while. All is well with the world, though, Brad. Do not worry. Do not worry. All is well with the world. Boris has come in and said 1-0 to Norwich, but then Vardy comes on and scores a brace.
You know what? Boris, you can have it. I don't care that it's Vardy. He'll come on, score.
You know what was sad? When I was at the St Mary's on Friday night and Vardy scored after 21 seconds, I thought, I bet Boris is having an orgasm now.
Rumour has it you missed the goal, did you not?
Well, I was looking away because Southampton fans had decided to make a particularly awful comment.
It was one very loud fan, wasn't it? I unfortunately found the video of it today, disgusting. And fair play to the Southampton fans that have not condoned. They've rightly gone down for it. Oh, come on. So I might be able to get this on
Leicester have the most points from an opening 6 games ever. Wow. But yeah, so everybody was absolutely having a go at them, having a go at this guy. And they scored just as I turned to the left, to the right, sorry, from where I was, to the right. So it was kind of, I didn't particularly see it go in, but I didn't matter, it had gone in. But there we go. Jeff's gone 2-0. On that, good morning, Jeff. How are you?
Excuse me, Mr. Jefferson. Let me just get my adjudicators out. Has he gone 2-0 tonight as well? Yeah, all right, Jeff, go on then. You can't back. Yeah, that's what he went for in the predictions league. So he stepped true to his word. Not that I'd mind if he went different tonight. You can do. You just be kicking yourself if you were right tonight and wrong in the league. But well done, Jeff. He's backed his own conviction on that one.
Right,
so
I've lost you.
No, I'm hiding. Oh, I was hiding from him then. I was going like this. No. You can see it. So
I'm bringing you out there. So we're just going to get ready. What we're going to do, because if this works, this is how we're going to do watch-alongs moving forward. Brad is going to do the actual commentary, as in A's passing to B, C's pushing. Oh, that was a bad loss of the ball by D, and E's just put a tackle in, and he's going to be doing all that, and then coming to me for comments and what have you. And can I just say, guys, right? It has gone a lot. It's been going along the bottom now for 40 minutes. We're all going to be on different times.
Yeah.
If anybody says anything, even if it's a joke, I don't give a shit whether you think you're being funny, you're just being a dick. If anybody says in the chat or gives any hint to anything that happens before me and Brad have responded to it ourselves, you are kicked. And the problem is when you are kicked, you don't come straight back in.
Oh, I've managed to get up my telly as well. This is a bonus because it's actually a little bit ahead of my phone. But yes, I did the same. Thankfully, you lot were all jolly and lovely in the chat. We didn't get anybody being a dick, or I didn't notice it, and none of the mods did. So it's all systems go. It looks like Norwich have gone 4-3-3, and it's not a misprint. That's Ashley Barnes, who I hated. I hated because commentators used to call Harvey Barnes Ashley Barnes. Like at least Barnes could score goals. But Angus Gunn. Now, Chris, do you remember back when was it his dad that played for them?
Yes, he did.
Played for them, didn't he? Do you remember that FA Cup game where Lennon got sent off? Who's ironically on the commentary tonight for Sky?
No.
Oh, it was before we had the controversy against Chelsea in the FA Cup, I believe, because it was around before. Angus Gunn played in goal for them. I'm watching it on my totally illegitimate site, Chris. It's got us down as a 4-3-3 with Apgun on the right. It's actually got McAteer on the left and Mavadidi on the right, so that will be
right. Well, we kicked off on mine.
Oh, mine's still doing this thing with the screen. So, just see, no spoilers, Chris. No spoilers.
No, we haven't. Well, I've just gone on to one because we'd kicked off, but then it froze. But I've just got it down here. I mean, if either of us to spoil it for the other one, that doesn't matter because
no, I'll just headbutt you if you block me from celebrating.
Okay, so here we go.
I love you, Chris. Yeah, they're just about to kick off.
Oh, Chris Sutton's in the commentary box.
Oh, not for me. Lovely. I've got some Americans trying to commentate.
Just to say that Norwich are in the yellow tops, green shorts, yellow socks, and they are kicking right to left. And Leicester are in their all blue, kicking from left to right. Otherwise, it would be a very one-sided game.
Yeah. I'm about 15 seconds behind you. We kicked off just as you finished saying all that.
24, 25 seconds.
Okay, I haven't got a clock up yet. And of course, as soon as I say that, it's buffering, which usually means it catches up to live play. So just bear with me, because as I can see here, we have a throw in. And Chowdhury has it. He's playing right wing back. He is filling the role of Ricardo Pereira, and Hamadson currently has it at the back. I know Chris is probably going, for God's sake, Brad. No, he doesn't. But he does on my team. He does on my screen. We love it for all it's worth.
Cashaday's who fell over? Who fell over?
It's a nice, intricate bit of passing. Casey Keller is on my commentary tonight, another one of my heroes, just on my commentary.
What time are you on now, mate?
I am on 55 seconds, so I'm still a bit behind.
You are a bit behind.
Right, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll back out.
No, don't worry. It is what it is.
Yeah, but if I can try and get myself a little bit closer to...
Leicester have made the third most changes to the starting 11 this season.
Right, I'm at 1 minute 27 now.
You're 10 seconds behind.
Yeah. Okay, we can deal with that, can't we? You can bite your tongue if we score on the attack. Beautiful. We're here. We're live from, well, Chris's room and my front room. We're not at the ground, but we are live. Do not say fuck or bugger, as I said on Bo Selector. As Norwich are trying to play it out the back here. Leicester are pressing much like they did Southampton on the Friday night, but Norwich with a little bit more composure and class about them, coming up to halfway line now. They're in the Leicester City half, and it's on the right-hand side, and they're looking to put the ball in early to do, but Yannick Vestergaard clears it well. And Chris is leveling that, but Leicester get the ball away, but again, they inadvertently give it away, and Norwich have a chance here to break in the box. It's in the box, it's a shot, it's a great save by Hamadson, pushes it well away, and it's not going to go out for a throw in. McAteer, who's at the line, may have actually been better to let it go out of the play, because Norwich have it here on the edge of the box. Shot comes in, but Chowdhury blocks it well. McAteer, and the flag has gone off for offside, so Leicester get away with it. Fantastic save.
Yes, we did get away with one there.
But Chris, what do you make of that chance? Because it comes from Leicester trying maybe a bit too quick to push out, because they give the ball away, and that's going to cost them surely if they play like that all game.
If that was Liverpool, if this was the Caribou Cup, we'd be 1-0 down now. But look, we've seen it happen so many times. Hopefully, by the time we get towards the end of the season, we'll be in a position where we're not making those mistakes. Oh,
I'm waiting for this mistake to happen as he sends it long. Mavididi has the ball through. Oh, there's the mistake you're on about. Cassidy couldn't get through, and in the end, Angus Gunn handles that well. But I mentioned it on the Friday, Chris. Obviously, you saw it. Counter-attacking there. They were nearly in behind. It's good covering by the defender, but Leicester showing again that they're not just that one-dimensional slow build-up play. They are going to spring the trap if it's there, Chris, aren't they?
They are. But look, the game on Friday, was absolutely breathtaking. It was knackering to watch it. That's probably because we were stood up for the whole fucking 90 minutes because none of the away fans sat down. You want to come and tell 3,000 of us to sit down, Stuart?
Yes.
Yeah, all right.
No, it never works, does it? You can tell the home fans to sit down, and some of them might listen, but away fans, no, not especially not when they're winning.
No, but yeah, it was literally at times just end to end. It was an amazing game. And of course, you can enjoy those when you come out on top.
Yeah, you can. And don't worry, folks, not a lot happening here. A little bit of loose play, but Norwich have a throw, but they've got it just inside their own half. Not as quick as tempo as we were seeing in against Southampton, was it, Chris? 21 seconds was always going to be difficult to beat, but...
Yes, just a little bit. But...
a play? How is that not a throw? Yes, it is. I was going to say he stood 2 yards off the line. If he hits the top of his head, surely the ball's 2 yards out of play. But the referee overruling the linesman there, and bit slow, isn't it, Chris? Norwich taking the same approach in
Just
past.
sorry, just to talk about the referee. The red card has been rescinded for Southampton.
I mean, I'm not too surprised. It looks worse than what it was. In fairness, it looked rash. It looked quick, and it was a bit rash. But I saw was it Bob Madley as Cassaday's got the ball here. So I interrupt myself now. Goes nowhere. Goes to the goalkeeper. Not a lot going on in his opening stages in terms of attacking yet, but Bob Madley, I believe, was the rough official for that game, Chris. Correct me if I'm wrong, but he thought that the player had gone in with a high foot because he made this motion to signal that his foot was high and he'd gone in, and that's why he initially gave a card as Cassaday there a little bit reckless on the number 17 of Norwich there, giving a free kick just inside the Leicester half. Not the worst position, but to be fair, he doesn't really do much wrong there. He actually gets the ball for me, Chris. I don't know if you saw that, but it didn't look like much to me. Looked like he just came around.
I'm trying to do my best not to criticise the referees.
Yeah, I think we have to be fair to them this season.
Because let's just enjoy not having VAR for one season.
Yeah, that saw Dan's shocking decision for them in that game. As a cross comes into Leicester box, but well, Chris's love child Vestergaard clears that away, and it's. I'm kind of asking us to stay in the Championship even if we win it, really, just so we don't have to deal with VAR. It's shocking how it's still not been fixed.
But at least with that, you can say, I was at the other end of the ground, so I couldn't really see it from a close by. It was just a case of, look, it's Leicester versus Southampton at the Dell. A player's going to get sent off for Southampton.
As Norwich are just passing it round the back here.
You might want to look at what Mavadidi's just done.
I will when it happens. Oh, what's wrong with that? I don't think there's anything wrong with that, Chris. He gets a warning. He looks like he's going to get away with it. But again, I think it's more the angle and where he's coming from that it gives the free kick more the angle. I'm just seeing the replay here. And, I mean, he does catch him, but there's no maliciousness about it. And he's almost trying to get in front of the player and the ball. For me, there's no intent. And it's just kind of like, it's almost like the referee saying, calm it down, time it better. Nate, I can see your question there. My time is literally about to go 8 minutes now. So I'm at the 8th minute, Chris. Are you about, 8:15 or something like that?
I'll tell you in a second because I've frozen.
Oh, see, I'm taking the lead in this race to the streaming.
At the moment, none of the bloody streams are working.
Oh, it's okay. Well, it's good, Joe. I said I lost the game.
I'm at 7:34 now.
Oh, so you're a bit behind. So, AC, listen to me, like the viewers, listen to my commentary and I'll let you know how it's going for us until mine book us up.
So what time are you on?
I'm at 8:31 now. Well,
okay, now you're a minute ahead.
And just as you say that, you jinxed mine, didn't you? Although mine only took a slight pause there. Go out of it and reboot them in, Chris. I normally find that if it's got any lag or delay, it catches it up there. To be honest with you guys, if you're wondering why I'm not talking about the game, it's because Hamad's had the ball 4 times in the space of 30 seconds. Not really doing one. No, this is from 96 to 90. It was the 96, 97, and I believe the 97, 98 shirts. Because back then, believe it or not, LCFC, they used to do kit designs for 2 seasons. So yes, we won the League Cup with this. At least one great challenge by Hamza Chowdhury. Absolutely nothing wrong with that, but I think I could be wrong that it's a previous foul that's gone in because Chowdhury clearly got the ball there. But it was Gibson who got. Have a look at this. McAteer can't bring the ball down properly. Oh, it's a tame decision. He does lean on him, and I guess by the law it is a foul, but it's such a tame one. But this is a former Premier League referee.
I'm now on 9:20.
I'm still ahead of you then. I'm at 9:48, 9:50. Right. Goalkeeper has the ball at the back. Angus Gunn for Norwich. He spreads it out to the right. Centre-back share a lovely little link-up play. Leicester maybe just need to up their tempo here, Chris, because they're not kind of pressing as urgently as they did Friday night. But as I say that, they are very good at waiting for a team to make a mistake, because the ball just hits Mavididi, but it doesn't drop nicely to him there. But Leicester have come away with the ball. It's Wout Faes just inside the Leicester half on the halfway line, who's played it through the middle. They have had to go back. Norwich are pressing. Wout Faes is then forced all the way back to Hermadsen, but Hermadsen is allowed to come out to the edge of his box. He's just looking for options. He has got Doyle to the left. He's got Faes there. He goes to the middle for Mavididi, who takes his shoulders to back. Now, ref, if you're going to give soft fouls, be consistent, because that's a foul then. From what you've given, that's a foul. As they could get down here on the left-hand side, cross comes in, but there's not many Norwich players in the box, certainly not one there, and it's well cleared out by, I believe, Harry Winks. Says Atgun there. Lovely ball by Atgun. Sold the dummy. He's given it to Iheanacho. Iheanacho can't get the shot away, and then defender slides in across, and then he was caught in two minds. Iheanacho. He looked like he was going to slide it in, but then the half slide, half block made him try and rethink his options, and it's a chance for Leicester to counter. But Chris, Atgun playing in that sort of middle three role, he drove into the halfway line and then played a lovely outside the ball passing to Iheanacho, and unfortunately Iheanacho just couldn't take the chance.
I'm glad you just explained that again, because it gave me a chance to watch it. Yes, it was a lovely. I thought it was Harry Winks at first, but
I did it first. Into a short number.
I actually was thinking today, how the hell is Atgun going to get back into this squad? With efforts like that and passes of play like that.
Oh, another lovely pass there. Mavididi has it. Acres of space for McAtee on the right. He passes it out to him here. It's the edge of the box, right hand side, near the byline. He goes into the box. He draws a cross in. Appeal for handball. It's not given. And obviously Shane Duffy, I believe it is, former Brighton player, just about manages to take this thing off the shot. I'm watching the effort in here. No, never handball. It's too close to his body, and I'd be screaming blue murder if it was given at the other end, so I can't ask for it here. But it's great footwork by McAtee. It's shot. There's nothing Duffy can do. And, Agnes Gunn, to be fair, manages to stop it going out for a corner. But
I think, was it Mavididi, only seemed to appeal once the crowd had shouted.
Yeah, I do feel like sometimes the crowd do influence certain players to kind of go up for it, but it was never going to get given. It was way too close to the body. I'm not even sure it hit his arm, to be honest with you, let alone being considered for anything. I mean,
that, because that would have taken VAR 20 minutes to decide.
Oh yeah, and then they would have given us a penalty, and we'd all be sat here cheering, but scratching our heads as to how we've got that penalty.
That is very true.
It's how it is. We're just coming up to 13 and a half minutes into the game. Leicester just starting, Chris, to get a foothold into it. I mean, that's not a surprise, is it, though? Norwich are a good team. They're up there with us. So what have you made of the first 30 minutes? I know you've not been able to see it all in its fluidity, but so far, slow start from both sides.
Well, is it a slow start? I mean, again, it's end-to-end for me. I think, excuse me, neither side is taking control of it.
Yes.
And I think that's probably because you got the third team playing the fourth team. So it was never going to be, all one-sided, if you like.
Yeah, he's probably right now 15 minutes into the game. As Iheanacho is going to try and run onto a flick on, but the header helps it go straight through Sander's gun there. But Iheanacho's looking lively. He's looking to pounce on these loose balls. But yeah, I think this is a typical feeling each other out sort of start to the game, isn't it? I mean, we are just shy of 15 minutes into the game, so we're not even a quarter of the way into the game yet. So far, it's very who's going to blink first at the moment. Both teams have shown the potential to make the other one blink. Norwich have had the closest.
14 seconds now.
As Leicester have a chance to break in, the ball into the box, and it's headed behind for a corner. Leicester have the first corner of the game. It's Guineolius. I'm not saying that name too many times. It was a great crossing. McAteer was making that run that he's made several times this season. The run he made for his goal against Southampton, Chris, he nearly got there, but the number 30 for Norwich got ahead to it first. Otherwise, I'll be honest with you, McAteer was in for another one. And of course, just when I don't need it to, my stream goes bananas. We will
Did
bring
you just
you
see the shot by number 16 for Norwich?
No,
it was high over and out the ground.
No, I'm watching the corner. Well, I'm trying to watch the corner, but it's gone miles over. What minute? I'm at 15 and a half.
Oh, you are advanced of me then. Oh, I'm on 1650.
What? So how can I have been ahead of you and then behind you? This is the annoying joys.
It's because, in fairness, Sky have got this on about 6 channels.
No, true. Well, what are you at now?
Which ones I go on as to how long into the game it is.
Yeah, because I don't want us to be too far apart. 10 seconds apart. I'm about to see this chance for Norwich now. This is.
I'm on Sky Sports Football.
See, I literally only have. High, wide, and not at all Hampson. And I can't use the one that's on my phone because it's even further behind. I've literally just seen that chance that you were talking about, so I must be 20 odd seconds behind.
Yeah.
This is what makes trying to do a double on it a bit difficult because we're always going to be constantly behind.
Huddersfield have gone 1-0 up at Stoke.
Yes, I'd heard that. But so far, cagey match and expected. Cagey match. What I'm going to do, Chris, I'm going to go completely out of mine, go back into it and see if I can. Because, with the greatest respect,
while you're doing that, Leicester are back into the centre circle.
Yeah, you take it from me while I get up to speed.
You tell me when you're back.
I'm at
Vestergaard. Long ball up from Faze. Has he kept that in? McAteer, yes he did. And has it gone out? Yeah, that must be out. Yes it is. McAteer. Bit of handbags there between McAteer and the Norwich player.
What minute are you on, Chris? Let me know.
1848 at the moment.
You're going to have to do this on your own for a minute, mate, because I'm miles behind. This is pissing me off.
That's okay.
Yeah, I don't know how this is going to work with us trying to do this two of us on here.
That was a wasted throw-in from Leicester, and it's now gone for a throw-in to Norwich. So I've got to be honest with you, I thought that was going out, that long ball up from Faze, but McAteer, wow, he did really well. We've got some lovely youngsters coming through, and we've still got, obviously, the 2 injured players to come back, haven't we?
Yeah, we do, so it's good. I mean, I'm still behind because I've just seen Faze. I know exactly what's going to do it.
Right, there's a free kick to Norwich in their near side, and it's all the way back to Gunn, who hasn't shot his bolt yet.
You piece of crap work.
So, yeah, they're just saying that Norwich are being patient, but they are the home side.
Yeah, and they need to be patient. They don't want Leicester to take full advantage of it.
That's a free kick. Yes, it is yes. Well done, referee. It's no good smiling, Mr. Norwich man.
I think you're on about 20 odd minutes, are you, Chris? I need to keep updated so I can.
I'm on 20:06 at the moment.
Right, I might have to go then, mate, at this rate because it's just not catching up at all. And if you're going to have to do the commentary at this rate, and that's no fun for me.
I'm happy to do the commentary and you do the.
I can't watch it, mate. It's going to be pointless if I'm about a minute behind you, isn't it? So it might just have to drop me out and wait for me to catch up, get in front. Because for me to do the commentary on it, it's actually better if I'm in front with it in the nicest way, isn't it? Because
it's in the commentary, yeah. But if you wanted to swap roles, I was going to say.
Well,
you do what's best for yourself, mate. So Faze has got the ball here. Plays it out wide. McAteer.
I'm not even at the 20th minute mark yet.
Now then, Leicester have got the ball indeed at the far side. Who is this Indeedy? Please, somebody tell me. Where
No,
have we
I
kept
don't
him?
know.
Stoke have equalised, so Huddersfield weren't in the lead for very long. 21.5 minutes for me, and it's back with Hermanson, who is definitely being a bit of a sweeper this evening.
Yeah, I'm a good minute behind still, mate. Which is annoying, really, because it makes it difficult for us both to be doing it, I'm afraid. And I
It
cannot
is
get
what
it.
it is, mate. Don't worry yourself about it.
I was looking
Oh,
forward
that was
to
a
it.
bad ball there. Leicester giving the ball away, and then Norwich doing the same. Very kindly do the same back to us. Just winks, Mr. Coolness personified, but then Iheanacho loses it. So Gibbs have got it for Norwich now, breaking down the left-hand side, cuts inside, neat little passes. Cross comes into the box. Oh, I didn't collect that. Was a delay header. We didn't meet that one at all. Iheanacho's now back, virtually playing a defender.
I'm at 21:40.
You literally are a minute behind me, mate.
Yeah, I don't think I can do this for tonight, mate. Unfortunately, because it just will not catch up.
That's
Hitting me
okay,
off.
mate.
Um,
Well, if you just want to go and watch and then come in at half time again and then full time,
yeah, I might have to, and then sadly, and we'll have a discussion about this going forward because I like doing this. It's a shame, but I'll give it another couple of goes. But if I can't get on the wavelength or thereabouts, because let's see, because I'd like to watch the game, and yeah, I'm still a mile behind. I tell you what I'm going to do, Chris. I'm sadly to say, just to the fact that it's just not. We're not going to be able to do what we want
let
to
me just
do.
do this free kick, mate, for Norwich here.
Yeah, go for it.
Chipped into the box. It's head ball in Leicester's half at the moment. McAteer can't clear it, and it's pumped back in for Norwich. Norwich, got away with that one.
Yeah,
Now then, oh no, that was bad. Yeah, well, I'll tell you what, mate. You go watch what you can, and then pop back in at half time.
yeah, I will. In fact, give me one sec. See if my phone's gonna be better. If not, then yeah, no, my phone's gonna be no better. So yeah, I'll come back in at half time, mate.
Yeah, I mean, I remember when I did that season where I did the watch-alongs with a fan from the other team.
Yeah,
It
it's a
was
shame
always
because
good
I'd
fun,
like to be able to do a commentary for
yeah,
you and
yeah.
mix up for everybody. But I'll
All
see
right
you at
then,
half
mate.
time,
I'll see you
guys.
later.
Right,
Cheers, buddy. Bye bye.
bye.
So the corner comes to nothing for Norwich. I'm afraid you've got me, guys. So at least you got the handsome one. Don't tell him I said that. So 25 minutes gone. It's been all Norwich just of recent. So here comes McAteer. So Atkins got the ball on the near side, just outside the penalty box. Plays it back in. 1-2 winks to Chowdhury. Chowdhury plays it across to Faze. That's gone all the way across. Now Leicester enjoying a bit of possession. Cassidy. He's been quite industrious tonight. Faze. Faz, they're calling him Faz on commentary. It's not Faz. and he goes all the way back to Hermansen. So Leicester have only had one shot, and it hasn't been on target. That's a free kick there. He's virtually pushing Iheanacho off the ball. 52% possession to Norwich, 48 to Leicester. 3 shots, 1 on target for Norwich, 1 shot, none on target for Leicester. Watford 2, West Brom 2. Wow. A lot of these were 7:45 kickoffs. Millwall 1, Rotherham 1, Huddersfield 1, Stoke 1, Blackburn 1, Sunderland 1. Ooh. Yunus is not happy with the linesman. He feels that should have been a foul. Well, you can understand why he was annoyed. Faze, seen them given. I've seen them given. But I think that one should have been given. Calm down. Keep it calm, Leicester, now. Let's not get too silly. But as things stand, Leicester are still in 3rd. Norwich are in 4th. Hull are up to 5th. Bristol City are down to 6th. And Sunderland have swapped places with Birmingham. Sunderland 7, Birmingham 8th. With Blackburn 9th. Leeds up to 10th. So out of the 3 that we've had, seriously, Scott? No. Cassidy on the ball. And is pulled down by Ashley Barnes. And gets the free kick. Just inside our own half here. Ashley Barnes only had 2 touches. Yunus has had 10. Malvididi, I think he's had 11 then, I'm not too sure. And we come down on the far side. That was a lovely ball across field to McAteer. And he gets the free kick. Well done, McAteer. It was all the way across field. It landed at McAteer, who took it under his control very well. Lovely cross from Doyle. McAteer took it down, had nowhere to go really, surrounded by Norwich players, and tried to bring it inside. And number 16 for Norwich brought him down. So could this be the opening that Leicester have been looking for? Vestergaard is over the ball along with Iheanacho. I didn't think Vestergaard was one of our main free kick takers. Yeah, he has moved away, which I'm not surprised. It looks like it's going to be Iheanacho to take this free kick. Will Brad's night be about to get better if Iheanacho can do something with this free kick? We've got 2 walls, one for Leicester, one for Norwich. Just almost centre with the penalty spot. Iheanacho comes up. Oh, what's he doing? Yeah, okay. Vestergaard got too close to the wall. McAteer, lovely turn. Oh my God, this guy, McAteer. Jesus, what a player. I did say when we were playing Southampton, when I was watching them at St Mary's, that all our all our main effort was going down the left hand side. Where tonight, I'm going to be honest with you, most of it's coming down the right. That said, we're attacking down the left now. Ball comes in. Oh, it's all the way across. No, it goes. Oh, that a Leicester throw. 31 minutes gone. Half an hour gone. I was surprised that throw in went to us, to be honest with you. Not going to complain. Given the ball given away there by the Leicester players. Played it through, nobody was reading it. So Gunn kicks it upfield. Oh, Vestergaard there headed the ball away from Gunn, but he headed it straight to a Norwich player who then was behind Vestergaard. And then as it went forward, Vestergaard actually managed to get it back and win it. But now Leicester on the attack again. Mavididi in the box. Oh. Sunderland have gone 2-1 up at Blackburn. Ashley Burns for Norwich, obviously, is the ex-Burnley player. He was with them last year when they got promoted. He left on the day they actually announced he was leaving. On the day that they actually confirmed they were going up against Middlesbrough. But he must be about 40 now. Anyway, Norwich coming forward. Oh, Leicester now. Oh, Cassidy plays it through, but gets it straight back again. Oh, but no, that was a free kick. Excuse my cough, by the way. Oh, the yellow card for McAteer. First yellow card of the game, and it goes to McAteer, number 35 for Leicester. He's got to be careful now, though, Luke. He has got to be careful. Oh, just turn my fan heater off because I'm freezing now. Oh, Leicester clearing it from the free kick. McAteer. Vestergaard. Doyle. Oh. I say a bad pass then from Leicester. It was a bad challenge on a Leicester player. I think it was a foul on the Leicester player. Yes, it was. Surely that's a booking. Yeah, the commentators are agreeing with me. He's not going to get booked. Well, you do have to wonder. You'd have to wonder some things. But let's face it, we've moaned about VAR all season, so I feel a bit like I shouldn't really be moaning about the referees. So it's played back to Hermansson here. 37 minutes gone. I think there will be a bit of stoppage time. Luke, it could do. It could do. It's going to be tight. I've only gone 2-1, so now McAteer. Oh, good defending by the Norwich player there. Your new list there for Norwich just held McAteer off. Very, very well played by the Norwich defender. Yeah, just let McAteer. Yeah, he just couldn't get round him. Now, yeah, now it's a booking for a Norwich player. Shane Duffy there gets the yellow card. We've got Bristol on Saturday. Nice move from Leicester now as we come forward down the centre. A bit of a mix up. We do get the throw in, but a bit of a mix up between two Leicester players there. There's that for throw in. Just for Norwich, just in front of Enzo there. .40 minutes gone now, into the last 5 minutes of the half. So last game we played, we'd had 4 goals by this point. Today, we've been a little bit less lively. Chowdhury with a pass to Faze. Faze bringing it forward. Faz to Faze. Faz. What am I saying? It's not Faz. just making a comment about Shane Duffy. Been a little bit. Ooh. Oh, that's another free. No. Jonas didn't get a. Both of Norwich's centre-backs now are booked. Ben Gibson's been booked. Eunice Atkin, he went down. Yeah, I've seen those given, but the referee didn't. He got back up. He went, right, I'm going to get this. Oh, that was, yeah. Then he had a shirt ball and his hair was and all. And, yeah, Ben Gibson. Both Norwich's centre-backs now are on yellow cards. Then. Oh, Ashley Barnes have been booked now. Yeah, I think he was giving the referee a little bit of a talking to. Oh, the good free kick from Atgun. Yeah, Ashley Barnes has been a little bit talkative today. So he talked himself into the book there. Indeed, Scott. 4 of them now. Oh, poor ball out. Oh, Cassidy loses the ball now. Sarah passes it out to Norwich on the far side. They break away. Tip the ball in. And Manson comes out and says, that's mine. Gets it. Absolutely no problem whatsoever for the Dane. A little bit more exciting, a little bit more fiery. I think we can definitely say. Oh, Inacho not having the best of games at the moment. But now Leicester come forward. They've got it, breaking away. It's 3-on-5. Mavadine. Oh, that's a penalty! Yes! It's a penalty! Yes, it was a push! That was a penalty if ever I saw one. Yes, I mean, I called it. I said, it's a penalty. 44 minutes gone. I mean, I'm sorry. What was the Norwich City defender thinking? Well, yeah, guy, I think Stuttle's just said it. How stupid can you get? Inacho to take the penalty. So it's Inacho versus Angus Gunn. What will this do if Leicester can score this just now? Yes! What a goal! Get in! Get in! 1-0. Well, I think he got a hand to it.
Go! Back of the net.
Yeah, he did get his hand to it, but there was no stopping that. 1-0 to Norwich. Oh, Iheanacho. Well, look. If you're watching, mate, if you are watching, I've got to play it, haven't I? I can't not do it. Macho man, yeah. I've got to be a macho man. Leicester now coming forward again. Mavididi again. Oh! That was close for Mavididi there. At the moment, Mavididi is causing them all sorts of problems. A through ball from Nacho. Leicester are up to second. Wow. Free kick now. 2 minutes of injury time. We've not had the Turtles much this season, have we?
Cowabunga! Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles! Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles!
Oh. Away from Wout Faz for throwing on the far side. Is it 3 that's booked? Might be 4 now. There it is, half time. Half time. I don't know. I would have said it was a yellow card as well. Go on, play it. Oh, I did. You're saving the music for Brad. That's the way. That's the way to do it. Well, who used to know that was advert until that's the way to do it. What was that from? Oh God, that's going to drive me mad now. That's the way to do it. I can't think. Somebody tell me. Help me out. I leave it on the floor. There it is. Nacho Man. Did I say Norwich scored? Did I? I've got Leicester up there. Unless I said Norwich. Look, it's exciting. It's exciting. Nacho Man. Who are you? How did we get a penalty? To be honest with you, Mavididi running into the box. Norwich defender just took him out. Absolutely just took him out. We are leading. It is 1-0 to Leicester. Get it, indeed. Get the in. Hamza, yeah, I haven't really noticed him much, but that usually, if you don't notice a player, that usually means that he's having a good game because he's doing what he should be doing. Not quite a 5-3 that I predicted. Well, I thought you were being a little bit generous, Scott. Thought you'd have been a little bit generous. No, that's it, Boris. Punch and Judy. Yes, that's the way to do it. Thank you, Boris. Nate, what a way to finish the half. What a way indeed. What a way. Fee, thank you very, very much. Really do appreciate that. Thank you very much indeed. Thank you. Not sure about 5 changing, but we're doing a job on them. I think it's taken us a while. I'm not going to lie. I think it has taken us a while, but we are getting there. We are getting there, John. I would say close for player of the half between midfielder Hamza and Mavididi. Yeah, I probably wouldn't argue with that, Scott. Curtin, good to see a winger running into the box with a purpose. I mean, we've gone from the sublime to the ridiculous. Absolutely no wingers last season, hardly. This season, we've got a team of them. And click, yes, it would be. It would be. It would be nice. It would be nice. Um, nice one, Fee. How's Acton? He's been all right. He's had some good play. I did when I do the thumbnails for YouTube, and if you notice, a lot of my thumbnails have got like one player on, and I put Acton on one. I think it's Bristol one, and I wasn't sure. I was thinking like, how's he going to get back into this game, into this team? And today he's done all right. He has done all right, to be honest with you. Thank you. Thank you then. Thank you, Fee. I don't know who's commentating on Fox's Hub, but he said Ringer's turning Norwich into a dad's army. Bleh. It's I don't know. In the studio they've got Matty Fryatt and Matt Elliott. I don't know who's actually on commentary duty. He's on Sky. So we've been watching it on Sky. Okay, let me just bring this up for you. Because I think this is worth having a look at. As it stands at the moment. I'll just bring this up. And you can see here, there it is, as it stands at the moment. So Preston are top on 19 points. Leicester are second on 18 points. Just showing the goal again, Mavadidi. That was just a stupid push. I don't know what the Norwich number 16 was thinking about. When he made it, it was right in front of the referee. It was the easiest decision that referee's ever going to have. Ipswich down to third on 18 on goal difference. And then Sunderland, bit of a gap forming now to Sunderland on 13, Norwich on 13, Hull on 12. So it's a bit of a gap. We don't mind that. Mind the gap, as they say. Is the overall performance been good? I've got to be honest with you. I think I can't often say I like what Chris Sutton says. Look, we know what he said about Celtic and Leicester that time, and at the end of the day, he's a pundit and he's playing to the cameras, etc., etc. But you know what? He actually said that possibly 5 changes might have been just a little bit too much, and I think he could have been right. I'm not sure if Brad's coming in or not at the moment. There we go. Let's just go back to there. But it's taken them a while. But look, the games are going to be coming so thick and fast this season that I think we have to say we've got to expect these sort of changes. Otherwise, you're going to get very tired of players. And when you get tired of players, you're going to get mistakes happen. You're going to get injuries because they're not being as careful as they should be. So the fact that, within 45 minutes they have started playing well as a team, I think is absolutely very, very impressive. I don't know if he will make any changes, John. I don't think I would at the moment. I think when you've just gone 1-0 in, for me, at that time, I don't think I'd make any changes. Yeah, it was. Definitely. Right in front of the referee. Blatant penalty. Yeah, they will. They will indeed. Absolutely. He has. He has. May's one of the better players at the half. But look, I don't think any of our players have been particularly bad, if I'm honest with you. But look, I'm going to have to say this. It is time for me to go and water the plants. So Brad may come in while I'm away. If not, I'll be back in 2, 3, possibly 4 minutes. Don't go away. Thanks for sticking with us.
The Premier League? That's so last season. It's all about the Championship here on LTID TV. Now that's what I call football.
You hit the right spot.
Leicester Till I Die podcasts on the Apple iTunes, Spotify, Google, Anchor, and all podcast platforms.
Something is coming. something big to this podcast.
Hello, Chris.
Hello, Matt Elliott here.
Hi, Alan Smith here.
Hey guys, Ian Hume here.
Hi everybody, Jerry Taggart here.
Be sure to watch
Chris and Leicester Till I Die TV
for all the latest Leicester City news and information.
You can also subscribe on YouTube and various social media channels
for the latest updates and news on Leicester City Football Club.
Come on, you foxes!
The TalkSport Fan Network is the ultimate on-demand destination for the UK's best fan-led football podcasts,
including Leicester Till I Die, independent analysis and reaction for the Foxes faithful.
The TalkSport Fan Network.
Unbeatable club-dedicated content created by the fans, for the fans.
Follow the podcast on the TalkSport Fan Network.
And we're back, and it's just coming out now for the second half. I think Brad's just sent me a message. Yeah, Brad's having trouble with his stream, so he's not going to come on for the game. So let's have a look what everybody's been saying. Water the horses, water the plants. So we're about to kick off for the second half. So, Norwich, they've just said they've scored in every goal this in the league this season. Can they get one tonight, or will Leicester get their first clean sheet? Norwich, the home team, in their yellow tops, green shorts, yellow socks, now kicking from left to right. And then Leicester in their all-blue kit, playing from right to left. Like I say, otherwise it'd be a little bit silly, wouldn't it? So Leicester City playing a little bit dangerously in the back, trying to play it out of the back, and it's immediately causing us problems. Vestergaard getting the ball out, ends up with Faze. Oh no, McAteer went down, we didn't get the free kick. I think a few of the Norwich crowd were appealing for a penalty there. Don't think that was ever going to happen. So, but I think that's going to be a free kick. Yes, it is, Mavadidi. Ashley Barnes hobbling now for Norwich as it's back with Gunn. So no changes at the moment for Leicester. Yeah, they are coming out now. They have gone up a gear, have of Norwich in this half, you can tell. I think I dropped out then, so I do apologise. Ashley Barnes is struggling. Ashley Barnes, I think, might have to come off here for Norwich. David Wagner, of course, managing Norwich, was the ex-Huddersfield manager when they got promoted. I think they're going to make a substitution here. They've already made one change, Norwich, but that was a tactical change, allegedly. They're just saying now. Rowe went off and Bachetta came on. They said that was purely tactical. He has to walk off, but will he be coming back on again? This is going to be the question for Norwich. Be a big blow for Norwich. No, they're going to get a player on. Number 11 is coming on. Oh, is he? No, Barnes wants to go back on, stay on. The defender's been told to put his top back on. Wagner's been overruled by his physio there. So he's having to wait the 30 seconds. You can't come back on now with the new law. You've got to wait the 30 seconds. Don't know why the Norwich fans are booing. That's the law now. Barnes does run back on. Maybe that they don't understand the rules of football in the West Country. It is, in fairness, one of the more simpler ones to understand. Free kick to Leicester. McAteer taken down. Playing it across the back here. Oh, nice turn there. Oh, good ball forward. Good ball forward there from Cashaday. It was just a little bit too hard for Iheanacho. But Barnes can't carry on. They are literally playing with 10 men at the moment. He's on the pitch, but I don't know what good he's doing. Oh, that was a lovely, lovely touch there by Stacey for Norwich. "52 minutes gone." Oh, crossing the far side to the box, but Hermansen comes out and he easily gets it. No trouble for him at all here. And Eunice out to Mavrididi, who loses the ball to Norwich. Now Norwich now break down the left, down the far side. Leicester's right. Oh, shot in there. It was off. Oh, I can't keep up with this. It was a cross in there from Norwich. It was a header out from Vestergaard. Didn't actually really go anywhere. It was up in the air for a bit. Finally came down. Norwich had a shot, and it literally... Yeah, actually, bloody hell. Vestergaard jumped and headed the ball. Adamida is having to come on here. Ashley Barnes going off. Only a matter of time, in fairness. He's looked to be hobbling. You know what, Nate? I don't know that we see. I think if you look at our bench, we've got such attacking players on there. If we're just looking to consolidate, but 1-0, that's always very risky. Probably. Oh, Jesus, we couldn't clear that then. Came across well. Chowdhury, he's gone down. He's hurt himself in defending that ball. Leicester couldn't clear it. No, it was a shove. Why wasn't that a free kick to Leicester? Oh, well, Leicester about to make 2 changes. Let's see if indeed the Piera's coming on. I'd like to see maybe Fatwa. Yeah, I think we knew where we knew that where that ball caught Chowdhury. Yes, the crown jewels were probably smashed a little bit, if we're honest. So it's all Norwich at the moment, I'm going to say. That's not going to be kept in. So indeed, I was right with one of them and Dewsbury Hall. Indeedy and Dewsbury Hall are coming on. Kashadri is coming off for Dewsbury Hall, I'm guessing. And Atgun coming off for Indeedy. And Chris Sutton then, I mean, fair play to the guy. He's saying it's, he said that is some Leicester bench, isn't it? You're looking at who we're bringing on. "57 minutes gone. 1-0 still. So Indeedy. And Kieran Dewsbury Hall on for Atgun and Cashaday. Probably Cashaday hasn't had the best of games today. I think Scott was saying earlier, and you're probably right, Scott. Oh, well taken there by the Norwich player. Plays it across the field. Is that going to be a corner? Yes. what he was claiming there for the Norwich player. Anyway, it's a corner to Norwich. 58 minutes gone. Come on, just stay firm. Stay strong, Leicester. Oh, there was a huge shout from the crowd for handball. It's finally we've got it away. And now we break on the far side over the halfway line. So just an update on the scores here. Blackburn 1, Sunderland 2, Huddersfield 1, Stoke 2, Millwall 2, Rotherham 0, Watford 2, West Brom 2, and of course, Norwich City 0, Leicester City 1. Oh, Mavadidi, lovely ball. Doing Didi on this near side. Oh, this is just Dewsbury Hall. Chowdhury goes back to the halfway line and Faze. Oh, lovely ball again. Oh, it was offside indeed this time. I was unlucky. Sorry, Mavadidi was on offside. Good God, am I drunk? Because I keep hearing Chris Sutton saying decent things about Leicester. Yeah, could be Nate. The way he's been playing, oh, twinkle toes indeedy. Oh, it was unlucky. It was a lovely ball, but good defending from Norwich. It was a defence splitting ball. The Norwich defender hadn't got to that. Then it was the 1-on-1 with the goalkeeper for Leicester. Whose throw-in's that? So a Leicester throw-in. Chowdhury is going to end up back with Hermansson. Lovely one-touch football again. Oh, oh, yeah. Well, just as you say that, Asham, Iheanacho is quite wide. Should we just say that? He's been close with some of his shots, but there's a nice little 1-2 and a back heel there. This will be Norwich's second loss if they end up losing this. Second loss this season. Oh, referee says no penalty. Oh, Leicester have got to be careful here. Norwich are looking more dangerous. Norwich are looking the more likely. Oh, nice move by Norwich. Doyle standing up strong though, blocking the ball, goes out for a corner on the near side. Norwich now left to right they are playing. There's a corner on the near side. We just need somebody to come and take it for Norwich. Oh. Hey! It's an up and under. It's an up and under that was from the Norwich player. We just need to, Fee, I agree, we just need to sort of take the sting out of Norwich now, because this is obviously a time when they're feeling that they can get something out of this game now. Dewsbury Hall. Ball up to Nacho. Mavadidi and Ndidi together. Mavadidi. So 65 minutes coming up on the clock now. About 10 seconds off. Oh. Oh. Boris is going to be really, really happy in a second. Jamie Vardy is coming on. I have to say, I don't know if you saw me say it on the review show, Boris. Jamie Vardy did really well to last the 90 minutes. He had a good game the other day. Jamie Vardy, being sung by the Leicester crowd there, quite rightly after he got off the mark against Southampton in a mere 21 seconds. The throw into Norwich on the far side. And Norwich, just inside the Leicester half, kicks it across the field, a lovely ball up into the air. I think it was Mavadidi there. He knows. We always say Vardy is coming on for Iheanacho. Vardy is coming on for Iheanacho. Couple more changes there for well, that's 21 seconds are gone and he's not scored, guys. But I got to say, I'm not going to lie. I wondered if he was going to last the 90 minutes, and he did. And now they come away again. This is Mavadidi coming down this near side. He knows how to get a free kick. Oh, indeedy. That was a shot that was going up to the space station. Ravadidi again. He's been a real pain down this near side. Gets it over, but Dewsbury heads it over. Yeah, we do. A second would kill it off, definitely. Just looking at the stats. Good defending there. Vardy's getting the book in. Let's have a look. Was that a... Oh. I don't think it was a booking, to be honest with you. So 46% possession to Norwich, 54 to Leicester. 10 shots, 1 on target for Norwich, 7 shots, 2 on target for Leicester. Yeah, free kicks are coming, and another booking. Winks now. So can Norwich take advantage of the free kick? It's from the left-hand side. Oh, it's a headed clear, but not that clear. It's still in the penalty box now in Norwich. Oh my God! Oh my fucking God! It was a cross that came in. We didn't clear it very well. It came over. What a save! What a save! 2 saves. He went up from the header. Although he was all over Vestergaard, the Norwich striker. He got the heading up. What a save from Hermansen. And then he on the second attempt, he took it. Wow. I love it. I love it. A Norwich player gestured to the referee that a yellow card should be shown. So he did. He brought the yellow card out and showed it to the Norwich player. Absolutely brilliant. Oh, my God. What goalkeeping there. Tell you what, Danny Ward would have got it. These short balls. Right, now we're on to the clear side where there's some clear space now for Leicester on this near side. 73 minutes gone. Huddersfield 2, Stoke 2 now. Sunderland have gotten 3-1 up at Blackburn. Millwall 2-0 up at Rotherham. Watford 2-2 at West Brom. Only about 5 minutes left there. But here come Norwich now. So a lovely breakaway here by Norwich. They seem to be claiming a penalty every time you get it into our box. They are claiming a penalty. Well, how many penalties are Norwich claiming? There's another corner for Norwich. They're piling up these corners. A low cross in there from the corner. It came out to Norwich and they got the cross back in again. But Hermansson went down. Now, Leicester, it's 3 against 5. Oh, Vardy didn't quite get it under control. Oh, that would have been game over, I feel. No foul there from Vestergaard. 15 minutes to go. This could go either way. Anybody else wishing they got a butt plug? I tell you what. Probably, Fee. Probably. As we hold back to... Oh, bad... Oh! Mad as Hermansson there from the mistake. He made a good save earlier. It was one of those balls that he played out, and indeed he didn't come onto it quickly enough. There was beaten to it by the Norwich player, number 23. He chipped it. It was going. Well, it hit the bar. It would have been on target. Oh, how did Jay? Let's have a look at this Jamie Vardy miss again. I mean, it was a lovely ball from McAteer. Oh, and he just... Eight times out of 10, Jamie Vardy would have got that. Hamza is off. Justin is on. Mamadidi is off. He's had a good game. And his Fatwa is on. I mean, if you're a Norwich defender, and Mamadidi has been literally cursing them. And you think, thank God he's gone off. And then you think, oh, soddy now. Oh. Fatter were nearly there, would have had the whole pitch to run in. Oh, no, that wasn't handball at all. That was his head. He was away. He was literally away, like Steffi Mamadini was against Southampton. Oh, 78 minutes. It was a let-off, you're quite right. Oh, come on, Leicester. Stay strong, stay firm. Oh, my God. Oh, side netting. I thought that had gone in. It's a bit too hard there off Vardy for Dewsbury Hall. The goalkeeper clears it, but Doyle. Oh, now he's lost the ball. He's out of position now, Doyle. Leicester City coming away. Norwich City coming away, sorry. But they lose it out. They lose it out. They lose the ball to Leicester, but then they can't keep it under control, and it goes out for a Leicester throw-in just inside the Norwich half. Holding your breath, Jeff. It's the other end I'm worried about. I tell you, bloody hell. It's a free kick to Leicester, just inside our own half, as Vestergaard was taken down. 80 minutes gone. Millwall have gone 3-0 up against Rotherham. Newcastle Manchester City are on TV for the Carabao Cup. Who would have guessed? Oh yes, nice play from Leicester. Oh, doesn't get the ball across the box though. It's cleared by Norwich. They're back in numbers. The second goal now would kill it surely. Would kill off any chances or thoughts Norwich would have about coming back. But while it's 1-0, the threat is still there. Oh, nice play from Doyle. Indeedy. Justin. Winks. Through to Vardy. Oh, Vardy just again couldn't quite get it under control. He did have a Norwich City player breathing down his neck. Oh, excuse me. Oh, I thought they'd lost the ball in a dangerous place there, Norwich, but they get away with it. Oh, God, Faze. Cross coming in from the far side there. It was a good ball through from the Norwich player. Faze dealt with it and put it out for a corner. 8 minutes plus however much stoppage time there's going to be. Anybody else pooing their pants. Please tell me I'm not the only one here. Oh, corner goes through absolutely over everybody's head. Oh, Hermanson. He's. I tell you what, he is very commanding in the air, Mads Hermanson. Doyle. Indeedy to Mavadidi. He's all the way. What a lovely ball, all the way across the field to the far side. Dewsbury Hall. Mavadidi. Oh! McAteer. I don't know. I think it almost like Mavadidi sort of stopped then. He went down. The player went down. I think he was thinking, was the referee going to blow? But he took it was a lovely cross. High. It dropped perfectly for McAteer. And he just couldn't keep his header down. It just went over the top. Oh. That would have been his 4th goal of the season. 5.5 minutes of normal time left. Millwall is full time. Millwall 3, Rotherham 0. All the other kickoffs were 7:45s. There's a free kick to Norwich on the far side, equal with the penalty box almost. Hope you're right, Leon. I do hope you're right. Watford 2, West Brom 2 is a full time. That all happened in the first half of the first half. Good defending by Doyle, but it's yet another corner. This will be the 9th corner for Norwich. We've only had one. 14 shots from Norwich now. Norwich throwing on the far side. Vestergaard heads it clear. McAteer to Dewsbury Hall. Dewsbury Hall's through. Yes, is it not offside? Yes! I thought it would be offside, but it's been given. After all that pressure we've been soaking up, Leicester get a second. The referee looked over at the linesman. Wow. He was way offside at one point. Oh, I think if we'd had VAR, that would not have been given. Oh, I think we got away with one there, guys. 2-0. All right, calm down. Nothing to see here. Nothing to see here. Clear the area. Oh my God. Tell me, that was offside, surely. We did need that. Fee, I forgot this was every goal. Thank you so very much. Can't wait for the 9-0. No, Fee, I really do appreciate it. You know that. Thank you so very much. He's on when the ball was played. Well, it was given. Who cares? It was given. Oh, Fee, you are a lady. Thank you so very, 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 very much indeed. Really do appreciate it. Vestergaard's just gone in the book. Feeling he's taking one for the team. So the full time's coming in. Blackburn 1, Sunderland 3, Huddersfield 2, Stoke 2, Hull 0, Leeds 0, Millwall 3, Rotherham 0, Watford 2, West Brom 2. At the moment, with 89 minutes gone on the clock, 89 and a half, it is Norwich City 0, Leicester City 2. Going up, Leicester City, playing football the Enzo way. Yay! I learnt a new song at Southampton when I'd learnt how to sing. 8 minutes! What? 8 minutes. You've got to take these into account here, in fairness, but it's 8 minutes of ninjury time. But I've only got 4 ninjuries. Can we get a third? Indeedy. I was unlucky that. I thought indeed he had kept that in. Yeah, I mean, there's been a couple of injuries. There's been all the substitutions. There's been, I think, well, how many substitutions have been made? Norwich have made 4 substitutions. We've made 5 substitutions. So we've now got them way every time we pass the ball. When that happens, believe you me, you don't want to be the player that loses it. What we were doing at this time against Southampton was we've won the ball, 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 we've lost the ball, we've lost the ball, we've lost the ball, lost the ball, lost the ball. It was great. We've won the ball, we've got the ball now. We've got the ball, we've got the ball, we've got the ball. We've got the ball, we've got the ball. Oh. 92 and a half minutes gone. Yes. And a clean sheet. And a clean sheet, mate. That deserves a curry. I mean, if I'm honest, our second goal did come against the run of play a little bit. Oh, bad play now. Leicester come away with it. Dewsbury Hall plays it well, gets the free kick. Yeah, Jeff. But Chris Sutton said it's hard to argue that Leicester are the best team in this division. Can we get a third? Got 4 minutes to go. We've got a free kick. Love you, Leicester. We do. We love you, Leicester. We do. We love you, Leicester. We do. Oh, Leicester. We love you. 2-0. And you're quite right. 5 points between Leicester and Sunderland in fourth. Or Norwich in fifth, to be honest with you. 6 points between us and sixth. And like I say, for me, what is impressive with this is the fact that we're playing teams that are around us. You know, that is what impresses me. Atu gives a ball up into the box, but it's taken by Gunn. But Man's done well. Let's be honest with you. Gunn's done well. He's kept it down to 2 goals. I'm sorry. Was that being facetious? Yeah, I mean we've got Preston coming up, haven't we? And Blackburn that are up there. So it's going to be some tough ones coming up. Oh, the corner with 97 minutes gone. Oof. I'm just uploading something, so just talk amongst yourselves for a moment. Why are they making a change now, Norwich? I suppose he gets his match fee, doesn't he? The free kick to Leicester, offside for Norwich. He looks at his watch, the referee. 98 minutes are on the clock. And it's full time. That's what we do. They've just said then it's what we do. It certainly is. It's another away win. It's another win against a fellow top six side. And it's a clean sheet. Does life get any better than this? Because I tell you what, if it does, please tell me. I mean, okay, yeah, I could probably wake up in the morning and find Cameron Diaz in my bed. That might just top it off. But I mean, look at that. I mean, two. Save from Hermanson. It was a great save, and it was it's earned him the Sky Man of the match. I tell you what, I am literally gobsmacked. I am absolutely gobsmacked. We had 57% possession at the end. 14 shots from us, 10 from 14 shots from Norwich, 10 from us, 2 on target from them, 3 from us. Yes, mate. Do. Sorry, Luke. I was just seeing your message. If you want to, I'll try and send you the link. So, how are we feeling? Does it get any better than this? Does it absolutely? The players, they're applauding the fans. You're welcome, Fee. You are always welcome, and thank you so much for your super chats. Very, very much appreciated. What I could really do with Luke is your email address, because it's difficult to send you the link once I'm actually in a chat and I'm on my own. I've got to come out and go back in, and then I have to come off the screen. So if you want to let me know your email address at some point, that would be a big help to me. Okay, so, whoa, calm down, mother. Let's have a look at the table, shall we? It isn't looking too bad. Let me just bring that up on the screen for us all. There it is. That's the championship table. Indeed. I mean, we've got Alves and the other youngsters back as well. Cheers, Luke. I've got that. I have sent it you on Facebook now, though, for this one. Any side which can win 2 away close together mid-weekend is a sign of a top-class team. Yes, it certainly is, Paul. Prepare breakfast. Good God. I forget that you're so many years ahead of us. I'll wave at you when I go to Australia next year, Jeff. But But look at that. Let's just have a look at the table. I'm just going to make this bigger so I can see it. That doesn't really help, if I'm honest with you. Let me just bring it up on the second page. So, Preston are top with 19. Leicester are second with 18. Above Ipswich on goal difference. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm just going to refresh that. I don't know if that's actually refreshed or not. Yes, it has. It's refreshed now because we are 2 clear of Ipswich on goal difference. They're on 18, and then it's 5 points to Sunderland, Norwich City, and Hull City on 12, and then the rest 12 or less. Right, let's bring him in. I think I can hear him sneezing. No, it's one of these. I'm going to have trouble bringing him in. There we go. Now I know I'm not dare I ask how much you've seen, and don't worry because Luke's I think he might be popping on. Did you get a chance to see much at all, Brad?
Yeah. In the end, it was just one of them where it kept starting, and I was just sat here thinking, for something that's actually being put legally in this country, you'd think that the streaming site always used to be able to get it a bit easier, but apparently not. But it was weird. It was the same for the Southampton game. It seemed to settle down better in the second half. Maybe it's just the Norwich people. I don't know. But
with you, what was the game before where I couldn't get the first half at all? I was having to describe it off an AI thing, and it was only on the second half that it started working.
Oh, that wasn't actually the Hull game. Was that the Hull game? I believe it.
But in fairness, again, when it came to the second half, I didn't have any problems. It never buffered at all for the second half for me. I mean, what a game. What a game.
Was it? It was a bit scrappy. I don't know what game you were watching, mate. We've seen 2 totally different games. It wasn't the easiest of games. It was a game to me that felt like it was like I know people tend to say that football can be a bit like chess in a way, but it felt like it was 2 people playing a game of chess that they kind of knew the rules to, but also not really. It wasn't glamorous. But you've got to win ugly. You have to win ugly sometimes. And away at Norwich, if you'd have told me we was going to play a bit scrappy football but win it 2-0, I'd have snapped your hand off for it. So should I be so miserable? Probably not.
No, I'm not saying it was like the 9-0 or anything like that, but look, this was the second game in 4 days.
Yeah, sorry, very true.
1, 2, 3, in 5 days. There was 5 changes. I think it took us a good, 30 minutes to settle into it. But when we did, everything that we needed to do, we did. Yes, defending at times was a little bit scrappy. Yes, Madsen nearly did a blinder and gave the ball away. Well, he did give the ball away, in fairness. Thankfully, the bar kept us in it. For me, I thought it was an exciting game because it was on a knife edge.
Yeah, that is true. I mean, it was one of them that realistically Norwich switched off and gave Leicester the impetus, wasn't it? I was saying when I was on the Watchalong with my stream was working okay, that it felt like a game that we was waiting to see who would blink first. It was mistake ridden. To be fair, this kind of proves the point of what happened earlier in the season when people were kind of bemoaning the fact that we were winning games, but the question was, oh, well, when we play somebody who's going to be at the top and challenging, we won't get away with these mistakes. Well, we just did tonight, whether you think we got away with them or not, or they just defended better. We made the same mistakes but weren't punished. And kind of credit to the defence. That both defence really. I know Norwich conceded 2 goals, but I don't ultimately remember 2 teams having there wasn't like there was a period of bombardment at either goal, was there? You know what I mean? I know, yes, Norwich had a little bit at the start where they were in the final third more, but they didn't. I don't remember how Madsen wasn't like he was flying around his goal or vice versa. So
No.
margins were won tonight, and that's the impressive thing, isn't it, Chris? You know, if you're winning the margins, you win the game overall. And look, if you're going to get promoted out of this division, 2 tough away games, 6 points. You know, in the space of 5 days.
That's it. I mean, we've just played Southampton, who have dropped down now to 13th. When we played Southampton, they were one place below us, I think, weren't they? We've just played Norwich, who were one place below us. We've got Bristol City, they're 7th. Like I said at the start, we've got Preston North End, who are 1st. And then we've got Liverpool, obviously, thrown in the mix. And then we've got Blackburn Rovers, who are 12th. So with all those games, the 2 we've just played and those coming up, it is a game. And if we're going to come out of those, scrappy or not, and winning them, I'm going to be happy.
Yeah, of course you are. And again, if you was to ask people before these 4 games, if you said to many a Leicester fan, Southampton, Norwich, Bristol City, Blackburn. I know the usual question is how many points are you going to get from a possible out of these 4 games? If anyone's not saying maximum points, they're probably looked at the first 2 games on that list and gone, yeah, that's probably where we're going to drop points, or maybe not lose, but we might draw both of them or draw at least one of them. And the fact that we've come away from both grounds playing 2 different completely tempos of game, but we've still got the same outcome. We've still come away with 3 points for both of them. It's testament because, like I said, when we were doing it against Coventry on opening day in Cardiff and Rotherham's, it was okay but not impressive. Well, I'd like to think that this is okay and actually quite impressive, because it's not just against Norwich, but it was away at Norwich as well, which is twice as hard as it is to play them as it would have been at the King Power.
Yeah. Anthony says, good evening, Anthony. Good win for you guys, but the weekend will be a different story.
Yeah, because it'll be a great win.
Yes. Yeah, it'll be another 9-0. Actually, I think Nigel Pearson will be given a warm welcome home on that one, and fair play to him. Look, penalty. Did you see the penalty?
Yeah.
I mean,
and
doing that straight under the referee's nose of all things.
Yeah, I mean, it kind of told the tale, didn't it? Really, of the game in a way, because there was a lot of silly fouls, and like I said, it was a game where you was probably watching either as a fan or as a neutral, thinking, God, one of these teams needs to blink and make a mistake to hopefully kick this game into a bit of life, because there wasn't really too much to talk about. Even if I had been able to watch the majority of the first half, I don't think we'd have had too much to discuss apart from the fact that we'd scored. And like you said, Chris, even if the referee's not there, you'd have to be blind beyond blind to have not seen it. And it was just so needless. And look, you're not going to turn them opportunities down. I can't imagine when, no, that was just silly. He didn't mean that. It was a mistake. It was great to see. And look, what we got in the second half and how we managed the game. I know we had that heart in mouth moment when Madsen ballsed up a clearance, but they didn't make us punish for it. And in the end, we tightened the screw near the end. So it was definitely a penalty. And it's one of them, like, you know what we say about penalties, Chris. If we're gonna sit here and get them, we'd have given it at the other end as well, wouldn't it? So yeah, definite penalty.
I mean, when you didn't come on at half time, I thought you were just off having the longest wank of your life because Iheanacho scored.
Well, I mean that was why it took me a couple of minutes to tell you, but that wasn't the ultimate reason as to why.
You know, Luke, don't you? You know I'm telling the truth there.
Oh, I had to talk him into putting the music on just for you, Brad. I knew he was trying to get you into the mood.
Yeah, well, you missed it, Brad. You'll have to go back and watch it back to get the music.
I'll just press the button, and when I go on the stream, when I'm not on this one, I'll just sit there and pressing it. Don't worry.
Luke, it was a good penalty, straight down the middle. The goalkeeper got a hand to it, but there was, hit it with some force, and he couldn't keep it out.
Kelechi's pretty usually reliable with the penalties, isn't he? I'm glad that he insisted that he took that.
Hello? Sorry, I missed what you said then. Sorry.
You're right, mate. I said Kelechi's usually pretty reliable with the penalties. I'm glad that he insisted that he took that.
Oh yeah, indeed. I think I've always wondered when you got a penalty taker and the defender comes up to take it. I think your number one penalty taker should always be your goalkeepers. What am I saying? Your strikers, to be honest with you. But again, what a great time to get that goal, Luke.
Perfect, mate. That was absolutely perfect. I was saying earlier, I didn't think we were going to score a goal at all, and then it ended up being 2-0 and a clean sheet. Beautiful.
Yeah, and clear. They've just shown the penalty again now. I think he got a hand to it anyway. He did, didn't he? And I'm just going to say, all this time I have been very, very critical of Chris Sutton, but my God, he's been having a Leicester City loving tonight with what he's been saying about our club. But no, great time to score it. It settled us down. Excuse me. And I'm going to concentrate on the first half just with Luke, because I know you really were having a struggling on that one, Brad. Do you think it took a while with so many changes, 5 changes? Did it take a while for it to sort of really, for it to gel, for the team to get used to each other?
Yeah, it definitely did. It was a little bit more comfortable. It was definitely more comfortable from the back. But that progressive build-up play, yes, it definitely took a little bit to really gel. To be fair, I don't think that. Sorry, I'm just drawing a blank. I'm so tired right now. What's his name? That filled in Ricardo Pereira's role. Chowdhury. Sorry, guys, I need some more coffee. Chowdhury, I thought didn't put a foot wrong tonight. I thought he played well.
Yeah, no, he did. He played very well. In fact, to be honest with you, I think they all did. If that is our B team that we've just watched, and I'm impressed with it, I'm sure when Vardy came on, Brad, that Boris was doing what you were doing when Iheanacho scored. He was unlucky. He just didn't quite get a couple of them under control, did he?
I don't know if he was unlucky. I think he was a little bit slow. I think he was. I don't think the passes were always to the best of quality, but there was a few chances that I looked at where I just went. I kind of looked at it and went, why has he done that? Maybe it was a bit in training ground mode. And what I mean by that is he was so expectant someone to be there. He kind of did it out of instinct when really. In fact, in fairness, but he could have gone his own and probably scored that chance. But you forgive him. He settled in after about 10, 15 minutes, and then that's ultimately what matters, doesn't it? He played his part in the goal. So, if Jamie Vardy is no longer the Jamie Vardy the goal scorer, and he's going to be Jamie Vardy the menace that helps provide goals, I'm still all for seeing Jamie Vardy play throughout this season.
Yeah. I'm not going to keep you long, Luke, because I know it's something like 5 o'clock silly hour in the morning over there.
You're right. I'm not going back to bed now. I've just had a coffee, ready for work in about now.
Okay. Well, just let us know when you need to leave. But we'll be keeping it pretty shortish anyway. Look, guys, that second goal, to me, he looked absolutely miles offside. What wasn't I seeing? Luke, did you not think he was offside?
Who, McAteer?
Yeah.
Yeah, VAR definitely would have been taking a look at that in the Premier League. It was close, mate, but it was incredibly unselfish of Dewsbury Hall, who I think had an excellent second half as well.
Yeah. Brad?
Well, this is what I can say. This is where I get to intervene on that one, because you guys obviously had to deal with it through Sky Sports, and I had it completely legitimately given to me by ESPN, and we got a better angle of it than maybe you got on the Sky, because had VAR been a thing in that game, I can tell you it would have still been awarded, because McAteer was half an inch behind the ball. So by the laws of the play, he was behind. He was actually technically behind live play, which meant he was onside. It was very close. I'll give you that. It was close, but even if VAR was a thing, that, you know, unless it was like a big six we were playing where they would have bent the lines to make fit for them, but allegedly. But
we are the big six in this division.
Well, yeah, we are the Man City Championship, so they wouldn't have needed to alter any lines. So yeah, it was a close one. When I saw it, I thought, oh God, maybe it would have been better not being selfish, but it was onside. It was actually a brilliant call by the linesman, and kind of just killed the game off completely, didn't it?
Is it because before he had the ball, Dewsbury Hall, to me, McAteer looked to be like 5 miles offside. He really looked to be way out on his own there, Luke. And he never really came to me what I would imagine, and I can't keep it with all the new rules. He never really came back onside in that fact that he never came back behind a Norwich player.
No, I know. I'm not totally familiar either as well, but he's playing like a striker, McAteer, almost. He's everywhere, but that's 4 goals for him now. But look, let's not worry about if it was onside or onside. He scored. That's all that matters.
No. I'm going to insist on Brad explaining the offside rule to us now.
Yeah, well, I mean,
now he's heard ESPN tell him about it.
Yeah, well, I mean, first of all, McAteer is obviously stood in an offside position, but then he's never interfering with play. The ball's on the left-hand side, so as long as the ball was never passed to him whilst he's in an offside position, he can't be adjudged offside because he's not interfering with play. I know people look at that and go, that's a bit sceptical, depending, but he's actually never involved because of where the ball goes, and that's the thing. The problem is you want to keep trying to play him playing him potentially offside as a defender, because if you go and cover him, you're leaving that side of the goal exposed for Kieran Dewsbury Hall if you try and mark him. So it's a really weird rule, but he's got it shows his intelligence to kind of stand there and go, well, I'm not involved in play, so if I just stand here and let them put me onside, I might still be useful, and in the end, it paid dividends.
So basically, just to clear this up in my mind, had McAteer, say, been stood in front of the goalkeeper, but still sort of levelling the line where he was, but in front of the goalkeeper, he could then be deemed to be interfering with play and be offside.
He would have. He potentially would have been. Had he been in front of play and Dewsbury Hall had the shot instead, but McAteer stood in front of the goalkeeper, then the flag would have gone up, because he would have gone, well, you've illegally obstructed the goalkeeper's view because you're in an offside position. So therefore, even though he might not touch the ball or whatever, because he's obstructing the goalkeeper's view, he. Sorry, 2 seconds. He's blocking the view, so he needs to get overturned. So it was wise with McAteer that he didn't move into a position to do that, and he just kind of stayed where he was, because had he done that, Chris, yes, you would have been right. He would have been flagged for offside for interfering with play.
I think I get it. I'm just very old and I don't understand these new things. Luke, I don't know. There's a saying over here in the UK. I don't know whether it's made its way over to Australia or not. If you have the same sort of thing, where there's a blame, there's a claim.
No, that's the first I've heard it.
It's for insurance. It's where if there's a blame, then it's a claim, and you can take people to court. Well, I think Norwich have taken that a little bit too far because where there's a player going down, there's a claim for a free kick or a penalty. How many penalties did Norwich City claim for?
Oh, they wanted everything. They were getting desperate, and they were lucky to get a few players not sent off. That ref was getting proper yellow card happy.
He was, but again, I mean, I don't know if it came up on either of your two screens, but Brad, I mean, it dashed out a couple of. Is Neil Warnock leaving?
Yeah, he announced it a couple of days ago. Very strange that, but
yeah,
I'm not going to argue with the man.
He'll probably be back next season. But look, apparently, a Leicester player took out a Norwich player. There was a booking or two, and then the Norwich player, or there wasn't a booking or two. The Norwich player went up to the referee and was signalling like that's a card ref. So the ref got his card out and booked the Norwich player that was asking for the card. And I'm thinking, fair play to that referee.
Sorry.
So I don't know who that was. Was that to me? Sorry, Chris.
Sorry, mate. Yeah.
Yeah, it is, and it's good to see that we've talked about certain things happening this season that have changed in the game, that have the better, the stoppage time. For instance, we got at the end of that half 8 minutes, making sure the fans get the money's worth and the players are made to at least run around for the time they're being paid for, which is 90 minutes. And it's right, you should not, no player should feel that they've got the power to go up to the referee and start waving an imaginary card in the face, because it's right, a referee should go, oh, you want to see a card, do you? Oh, here's a magic trick for you, you're booked. It will stop it, and I'm actually really happy to see it, because it's just wrong when they try and try and con the referee or coerce them into booking a player.
I was just looking here, Luke. 3 yellow cards for Southampton and 4 yellow cards for Leicester. So it was, but definitely was a full-blooded match, wasn't it? And I have to really stop myself from going mad at the referee, because I'm actually enjoying the fact that the referee's having the guts to make these decisions now. Isn't relying on his mate sat in a little room with a jar of coffee or something, And would I sooner have this than VAR? 100%.
Yes, I would 100%. I much prefer this brand of football. I've been quite enjoying it as well. It's a lot more physical too. You see a lot players getting away with a lot more. I actually quite enjoy it.
That's the thing, Luke, though, isn't it? That players are not getting away with it as such, because it's a contact sport, or it very much used to be. I mean, if you're playing like you played in the 70s, Chelsea and Leeds, you'd be ending up with a five-a-side game. But it is physical, and it's good to say, like, okay, you've gone down, but it's not going to be a free kick because you fell over or something, and it does add much more to the pleasure of the game, doesn't it? Luke,
100%. I really enjoy it. No, you're right. Yeah, I definitely enjoy it much more as well, and it makes the play a lot faster as well. It's almost like in the Premier League, people, if they shout and scream enough, it's almost like the ref in their own game of how much they carry on and stoppages in the play. And also to add to that as well, with the VAR, it's nice to have a goal go in and have to hold your breath and like wait to celebrate, almost wondering, is some magic line or some interference or God knows what else going to get put in.
I did though. I must admit, when McAteer's second went in, I did actually sort of like, yeah, he's offside, isn't he? I did wait for that one, but it was none of this waiting 5 minutes while they play noughts and crosses on a TV screen with lines or whatever. But you made the point there, Brad, and this is one thing that I have loved, and I loved it when they did it in, I think it was the Women's Euros first, or the Men's World Cup, and then the Women's World Cup. I don't know where but the fact that if I go to watch a game, I pay for 90 minutes. I don't pay. And sometimes it got as low as 68 minutes. It was pretty ridiculous. And I think the fact that now we're seeing 8 minutes, and hopefully it's going to make the The players and therefore the managers saying, look, just get up and play because, especially when, like we said the other day, when you're losing or you lose the game in the last few minutes.
Yeah, it does, and it's proved critical already this season. Not just in the Championship, but in all the divisions. It's proving. I think we were when we was doing our post match for the Southampton game, weren't we, Chris? We did it about 3:00, and we were both watching final score, and it was like Tottenham scored 2 goals in 95th, 96th. Villa scored a late winner against Crystal Palace in the 10th minute or whatever, well, the 100th minute if you want to, stoppage time. And again, it's weird, isn't it? Because you saw it happening, I think it was the men's first where it happened in their, was it the World Cup or Euros we just had? I don't really care which one, but which one was it we just had in the men's? Whatever major tournament was anyway. We've seen it in the women's game. Yeah. So it just makes you wonder how everybody, the majority, would have watched that, right? Watched that competition, gone, oh, okay, so they're going to start penalising us for time wasting. Okay, then maybe we need to have a rethink of how we do things on the pitch. But instead, they're still going to give teams 8-9 minutes, like you said. It only takes a minute to score. It's a cliche, but we really are seeing the effects. And hopefully, Chris, like you said, in about 10 more games' time, we'll get back to 3-4 minutes, but it'll be because we've played nearly 90 minutes of football.
As we went through the World Cup, as we went further deeper into the competition, the extra time being added on was less and less and less. I've got to say. Look, it's great. I mean, look, I put the table up before there, Luke. Let me just put it back up again. Looking good, Luke.
Let's have a look. Hang on, I'm just going to wait for it to come up. I've got a screen behind it. It's just a little delayed. I can't see in this phone. Here we go. Now I can see it. That is looking good.
I mean, Jeff said
I don't think Preston North End's going to see it through to the end.
They do have a very good habit of bottling it. I've got to be honest with you. They usually spend most of the season in the playoffs and then come out of it at the end, or get into the playoffs and then lose in the semis. But the fact that we are now already, even let's say if Bristol City were to beat us, we still wouldn't fall below third. That's amazing. I mean, that's unbelievable, isn't it, Luke?
I'm super happy with how the season started. I can't say it enough. And the reason why I don't think Preston is going to hang on to this and a lot of these other teams is because of the depth. Look at, we did 5 changes we made today, and I was saying this is a strange starting 11.
Yeah,
didn't matter, and every sub that came on made a difference as well. The depth we have is going to be the difference in that back end of the season.
Like I say, Chris Sutton's loving, and we know Chris Sutton doesn't love him with Leicester, does he, Brad? But
no,
even he said, "What a bench this team have got."
Yeah.
It is. But look, I appreciate it's late or early, depending what part of the world you are in. I want to just end with this one, if I can, and I'm going to go totally off topic here, and I've just noticed it here. I want to get your thoughts on it. The 2024 Olympics. If England qualify, Serena Weigman to lead Team GB if they qualify. Now, to me, yeah, why not? Brad?
Don't see why not. I mean, she'll probably just pick the England side anyway, because let's face it, you might as well just say it's the England squad these days with how it'll go. But yeah, why not? I mean, it's not like it's going to take her off her England duty, is it? She can win us a tournament. She can get us to the final of the next one. Why not try and win us gold if we qualify for it? Sure, have her there. Why not? It'd be great to see.
Yeah. I'm just wondering when her competition is. Competition, because I think normally what happens, like with the men's, Luke, whoever hasn't, it's not they wouldn't say, let's say Gareth Southgate's still in that position, he wouldn't necessarily be the manager for the England men's team. I actually misread that because I thought that she was going to be in charge of the England men's team, and I thought, yeah, we might actually win something then.
Yeah, I'm not the man to be asking about this. I'm not a big Olympics guy.
Well,
I
no.
don't want to talk out of turn.
I mean, with football, you don't tend to sort of do very well, do you? What was the score? I can't remember what the score was. Right, here we go then. I'm going to ask you two guys your men of the match, and then I'm going to bring it up on here. So, Brad, first of all.
This is probably the first time in a long time I've said this, so you can't play the usual card you would with me on this one. But to be honest with you, man of the match, you know, I said this game was decided by little tiny niche moments of the game where Leicester were just more clinical than Norwich City. And because I'm saying that, and because that's the way I think we've won the game tonight, I know he made a mistake, but luckily it didn't come back and bite me on the arse. But Hermadsen, when called upon, was brilliant today. He was alert. He could see, say things. He didn't have a lot to do, but they're the kind of games that can be difficult and can cost you. So I've gone with Madsen being my man of the match.
As indeed did Sky, and of course, being part of the goalkeepers union, I wouldn't have expected anything less. Luke, has Luke gone?
He just says he's grabbing his charger. He's just put it in private chat. He's disgraced at my my reasons, really, but he's just saying he's grabbing the charger.
Yes. I tell you what, I mean, not being awful, Luke. I mean, call your missus nicer names than charger.
Sorry, guys, that plane would have died.
I was saying, mate, just to say, call your wife nicer nicknames than charger.
Oh, God, it's red on that one.
So Brad's gone for
Madsen.
Who are you going for? And then we'll announce the official.
Brad likes copying my homework. I've actually gone Madsen as well.
Okay, I thought I was going to please then. Well, I have. Oh, excuse me. 1 second. Okay, well, Alan, who was at the match, and it's just complete. You do actually get a different perspective, and I only realised that I haven't been to a match for absolutely years. It was only when I was at the Southampton match. It is amazing how you see things differently. But he has gone for, and I really do hope that I've set this up right. He has gone for Hamza Chowdhury. And I have to be honest with you, I think he did have a pretty... In fairness to Alan, he said he could have gone for 3 or 4, but Hamza just nicked it for him.
Yeah, it's a fair assessment. Captain, played well. Control, playing in the right back position, which I don't even think I've ever seen him playing before under any manager. So, played in an unfamiliar role, did it well. Probably one of the more calmer men on the pitch on the ball. So, yeah, it's a good case for man of the match.
And finally, to end it all off, Luke, leaving it to you to rate the team, not every single player, just the overall team performance out of 10.
Oof. I'll give it a strong 7.
A strong 7. Okay. Would you agree with that, Brad?
Yeah. It's one of them, isn't it? When you win, you feel a bit cheeky going a bit lower. So, yeah, I said 7 was good. They won the game. They did well.
Yeah. Brilliant. Okay, so Luke, thanks for popping on, mate.
No worries.
We'll get you and your wife divorced. Be on here every night. Well, I was honestly, love. I was on Leicester till I die. Yeah, let me check your internet history. And been there, seen it. Have the T-shirt, mate. Give a shout out to your channel. Where can people find you?
Thanks, mate. You can find me at Leicester Down Under. Thanks for having us on, and good to see you too, Brad. And I'll see you guys soon.
See you. Bristol game, mate. I will take care, mate.
See you later.
Cheers. Bye. Brad, where can people find you?
Well, they can find me here when everything wants to behave and work in terms of watch-alongs and whatnot. But you can find me here. You can find me on Twitter if you really want to follow me there. It's at Full Time Focus. And you can find me working away in the background in between shows and prep work on LTID TV2, where we will predominantly be, now the season's up and, well, it's nearly up and underway for the WSL. We will be focusing on the Leicester City women's team, as well as the quiz side of things in between it. It's just in the middle of fixing my schedule so I can fit it all in and get content flowing over there. But yeah, if you want to go and check us out and show support there, it'd be much appreciated. Things will be coming in thick and fast in regards to the WSL there.
Make sure you do that, everybody. Brad, thank you so very much, mate. Sorry, it does. I've been there, so I do know what it's like when your streams go down and what have you.
Yeah, and you know, the worst thing is, Chris, I'd really enjoyed the Friday night one, so I was looking forward to either, you know, even if I'd have been a few seconds behind or in front, it wouldn't have been a disaster. But when it got to a minute and then my stream for a strop, I was gutted because I really enjoyed commentating on games. But it is what it is. We'll keep trying and we'll work something out. We'll see what happens, mate.
We're never going to get it exactly the same.
No, but me and you both know we can bite our tongue if we're about 10 seconds behind or whatever, can't we?
Isn't it? Whoever's doing the actual commentary itself can, we'll take the lead. Mate, thanks very much. You're back tomorrow.
Yeah, back busy than ever. I've got some Anthony bloke who says he supports Bristol City, but it's really any team that plays in 50% worth of a red kit. He's coming on for the preview of Bristol City. He'll be there with us, and providing Steve can get away from work quickly on Friday, obviously we'll be back, giving everybody the full update of the predictions league, as we will predict game week 8 with Steve Lynex, hopefully, if he's available after work on the Friday. So busy.
Is Craig joining you tomorrow?
Pardon?
Is Craig joining you tomorrow?
I will message him now. I had the details. I completely forgot to message him today because I'm so professional. I always forget. I like to keep him on his toes. But yeah, he should be joining me tomorrow.
That's the word, professional.
Yeah. If not, I suppose I'll have to appease the audience's thirst for lovely Leicester men on the screen all at once. But I'm sure he'll be joining us if he's available.
Yeah, well, if not, I should be available if you need me to pop on. I think I'm going to be all right. I haven't died tonight as I thought I was on Monday night, so it's all good. Brad, thanks very much, mate. Take care, and we'll speak tomorrow, no doubt.
Yeah, take care, mate, and thanks everybody who's joining the stream and had to suffer. I mean, have Chris as the commentator today, and
yeah, that's enough of that, Brad. Okay. Thanks very much to everybody. The list going along the bottom there, and if you've not seen, not seen my bottom, then that's what it looks like going across there. Thanks to all the subscribers, really do appreciate it. Really do appreciate it. £1.99 a month. Look, that's what Luke did. He became a subscriber. Once you become a subscriber, you can message me and say, "Can I come on a show?" That's what he did, and now he's a regular. Yes, brutal, but funny, I thought. Have you gone? Yeah, I think he's gone anyway. But, yeah, brutal but funny. Anyway, thanks so very much. So, 7 o'clock tomorrow, it's the preview of Leicester City, Bristol City. Can we keep this run going? Wow. Fingers crossed. Do take care, everybody. Thanks so much to everybody who joined in. Thank you for sticking by the rules and not giving any what's the word I'm looking for? Not giving any spoilers away. Really do appreciate it. If you haven't done yet, please do subscribe to the channel. Really do appreciate it. And even if you have subscribed, it's free to do it. Just smash the likes. As I always say, it really does. Really does. As Luke says there, Leicester City down under, straight back up, playing football the Enzo way. Do you know what? I'm actually starting to believe it. Take care. Look after yourself. Good night, guys.
Thanks for watching. These videos are tremendous. You better like them too, or I'll be back.
This podcast is proud to be part of the TalkSport Fan Network.
TalkSport. Powered by fans.
That will conclude this evening's entertainment.